What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to a massive match day here on Anfield Agenda. The Reds taking on Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. Both sides unbeaten. Both sides still perfect in this season's Premier League. That's got to change today for somebody, and fingers crossed it ain't us. So, of course, I'm going to take you through the breaking team news that has been confirmed. The big talking point, Dominic Szoboszlai will continue at right back, which I have to say, I do totally understand. So that selection is there. We'll walk you through the team as you can see on the screen there in a moment. It is Alisson Becker in goal. At right back, of course, as I mentioned, Dominic Szoboszlai. At left back, Milos Kerkez. Virgil van Dijk and Canade are your centre-backs for today's game. In midfield, Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister, and and Florian Wirtz. I'm so used to saying Maka, Grav, and Szoboszlai, but it's Maka, Grav, and Wirtz. Up top, same as the last time, Ekitike through the middle, Salah on the right, and Cody Gakpo on the left. Your bench for today, Georgi Marmirashvili, Joe Gomez, Endo, Bradley, Chiesa, Jones, Elliott, Robbo, and Rio Ngamoa. So that's where we're at, ladies and gents. That is the starting 11 for the Reds. Arsenal's team I've just been handed is Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Zubamendi, Rice, Marino, Madueke, Martinelli, and Gyökeres. So that is our opponent's 11. How are we feeling? I mean, there's a lot we can talk through, right? Because, you know, the transfer window closes in, hours really at this point, isn't it? What is it now? 28? Less than 28? 27 hours and 42 minutes. Are we nervy yet? So you're probably going to say to me, Craig, what on earth is going on with Isak, right? And I can say something a little bit more today than I could say yesterday, which is we're waiting for that tinkle from Newcastle so we can get out the Vaseline, tell them to assume the position, and start to get a price that we're happy with. So that is what the delay is at the minute. We're waiting for them to get their ducks in a row. Then we're waiting for the right time. Then we're going to put in the offer that we want to put in, that we feel that they will have no option but to accept. So it's a nervy one. It is a game of poker and a game of brinksmanship, but that's where we're currently at. With Mark Gay, I mean, your guess is as good as mine there. We knew the fee is agreed. There's still talk of Joe Gomez. There's talk of Gomez with Milan. There's talk of Gomez with Palace. We'll try to figure that one out. The madness is that it looks like Mark Gay could actually play tonight for Crystal Palace against Aston Villa, which is all, it's nervy, isn't it? Fingers crossed that he comes through that one. I would imagine at that point, he will probably move to Liverpool rather than go back towards London and start the process at that point of getting his medical done. But it's all waiting on Parish to give the nod on that one. So that's kind of where we're at in the transfer window. What I will say is strap yourselves in, because I don't think many of us are going to be getting much sleep between now and the close of that window at 7 p.m. tomorrow. But will it be worth it? That's the big question, isn't it? I think it will. My confidence is quite high on this one. But again, like I said yesterday, I do understand people panicking. But for the next, couple of hours, we've got a distraction, don't we? We've got a massive game. Right, let's drop into the chat and see how we're all feeling. That's a very defensive team from Arteta, said Nomad. Well, it's Arteta, you know. That's his default setting usually, isn't it? Let me have I haven't really had time to process the Arsenal team, so let me have a look through it. Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Zubamendi, Rice, Marino, by the way. It's a fairly big team, height-wise. You're looking at Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Rice, Marino. That's like some tall players. So set piece is definitely going to be something we've got to keep an eye on today. With regards to the way Liverpool are setting up, as we reckon Dominic Szoboszlai at right back. And I understand that. I understand that call because it gives us a chance to get him in towards midfield as well. And also with Madueke, or who's going to be playing down? Yeah, Madueke playing down that side. I think he'll do all right there. No, excuse me, it's going to be Trossard, isn't it? Who's on that side? No, Martinelli. Martinelli for them. So Madueke will be up against Kerkez, which I'm interested to see that battle. Martinelli up against Szoboszlai. Well, we know Szoboszlai is the engine and hopefully the pace to keep up with Martinelli as much as he can. So, yeah, it's going to be an enjoyable one. But let me ask you an honest question, folks. Would you take a draw right now if it was on offer? Surprised Eze isn't playing. Arsenal look weak up top, said Jordan. I've got to say, mate, yeah. Probably a little bit surprised myself he isn't playing starting. He is on the bench, though. So on their bench, I'm struggling to see this. They've got Kepa, Odegaard, Mosquera is a... Yeah, I'm struggling to read that. Sorry. Yeah, I can't read that. It's too small. I'm sure Connor will forward it on to me in a moment, but I can't read that team out because the images are just too small for the subs. And just in case you haven't seen it, Michael Salisbury has been replaced as the VAR today after his mistake yesterday in the Fulham-Chelsea game. So he's been replaced by John Brooks. So John Brooks on VAR today. Michael Salisbury has been replaced. There we go. Now Connor sent me a thank you, Connor. You're a legend. Right, so it's Mosquera, Odegaard, Eze, Kepa, Trossard, Wanyeri, Skelly, Dowman, and Harriman Anus, who's on their bench. So let's wait and see. George, Craig, I'm off to the match soon. Hope everyone enjoys it. Can't wait to watch the boys and Hugo Ekitike. Well, have a good one, George. I'm sure it's going to be a huge day, and any little information bits you can garner while you're there, sir, do let us know as well. But yes, enjoy, George. Can't wait. Can't wait to get over in October for the United game. Still 1-0 to Manchester City, by the way, against Brighton, as I say here, it's on the background. Corbin, how are we, dude? Said, I think both deals will be done tomorrow. Well, they've got to be, or they won't be done at all. 7 o'clock tomorrow's the deadline. But for what it's worth, I'm more confident, as I keep saying, on the Isak one than I am on the Gay one. Maybe because my information on that one's a lot stronger. On the Mark Gay one, like I said, all I got yesterday was the nod the bid was going in. But after that, I'm not really up to date on what exactly is happening. We'll take you through some of the news, actually, while we're all waiting. Let's go through some of the daily news. So let me take you through where we are. So let's talk about Strand Larsen first, because Strand Larsen could start to link all this together, or Johan Visa. So Jan Age Fjortoft yesterday at about 11 p.m. said, my contacts with knowledge of Belgian football say that Genk striker Tolu Adorkader is now set to join Wolves as the replacement for Strand Larsen. Strand Larsen has again made it clear that he wants to play for Newcastle. Then we had Craig Hope say, I would be absolutely amazed how far Isak has gone if Liverpool don't return with an offer, especially since I think it will be a deal that will be quite easy to do. Newcastle haven't committed to acquiring Voltmada to keep Isak. But, like Liverpool have always said, Liverpool are wanting the nod from Newcastle, so then the deal can be done on our terms. And that's what this is about. This is about the price. And Liverpool knowing that when Newcastle say, yes, we don't give them time to doubt themselves, to doubt the number, or to negotiate too hard. It is, here's our offer, which will probably be about 120. That's what we're going to. Do you want to sell? And they hope the answer is yes. Liverpool have waited this long on purpose to not allow Newcastle enough time to reject the bid and want more, said Craig Hope. Now, our Discord viewers will tell you, I said this exact thing to them last night about 10 minutes, 15 minutes before Craig Hope put out his tweet. I went in and I told them this is why we're doing it. I felt like I needed to give them a little bit of an update because they've been very patient with me. And I told them the reason that you haven't seen the bid go in yet from Liverpool is that we are waiting. We're waiting and waiting. And what we're waiting for is the encouragement from Newcastle to make the bid. And when we do make the bid, it will be quick, it will be decisive, and it will be at a number we want. What's going on here in this game? Oh, hang on. Have a look. Potential penalty against Manchester City for a handball. It's just a matter of, yeah, he puts his arm up. It's a bit hard to say that wasn't in an unnatural position. So refs pointed to the spot and we're waiting for a VAR check on that one. Right, let me go through this from Kaz and then we'll keep going through the news. Kaz said, hi Craig, I'm hoping for 3-0 for us. I mean, I'd take 1-0, Kaz, to be honest with you, mate. Any win today would be incredible. Certainly send us into the international break in good form. Right, so this one is interesting. Romano says that Joe Gomez will be allowed to leave if Mark Gay joins. I'm sure you've seen that already, but that's quite interesting. The number involved in the AC Milan offer is quite low. They're talking about up to 8.5 million quid, which feels ridiculously low. Matteo Moretto said AC Milan have not reached an agreement financially with Gomez. Talks between the parties are ongoing, while the club also waits a response from Liverpool to their proposal. Right, penalty awarded here in the Manchester City game. This will give Brighton a chance to level it up from the spot. So, yeah, sorry, I'm just reading through more of the news here. Michael Salisbury's been dropped from VAR, as I mentioned earlier on. He has been replaced by John Brooks. And then there's a few things David Ornstein just saying basically that there's still a bit of work to do on the deal for Isak. And, you know, everybody's waiting for Liverpool to make the move. And they are. And Liverpool are waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. But when we put that bid in, and we will, we will certainly believe it's one that Newcastle are going to accept. Right, let's have a look. James Milner stepping up here for Brighton against his former club. Milner scores 1-1. Brilliant penalty from Jimmy Milner. Trafford goes to his left. Jimmy Milner slots it in bottom corner. Keeper's right. And it is 1-1 at the Amex. Bobby said hopefully Ibu is focused today. Need the safety. I agree. But I'm very happy that we've got McAllister and Gravenberch in the midfield together. I think that's going to give us a bit of a, well, more of an edge than we've had in recent weeks anyway. So I'm delighted to see that Mac is in the starting 11. I was concerned that maybe the manager thought he wouldn't be fit enough to start, but I like it. And the Jota celebration as well from Jimmy Milner as a mark of respect. What a man. What a man. If you didn't already love Jimmy Milner, which of course you do, got to love him a bit more now. So Alex, yes, Canade's been shocking, but he hasn't played yet today. So he's in the team. So let's just judge him on what we see today. Let's not go in with any preconceived notions. It's a fresh game. Let's see if the heads are screwed on and if they're ready to go today. Right. Let's see if City can turn this one back in their favour. This just isn't as scary a City team. I've been saying this all summer and people disagreed. I just don't think they're the same beast. For me, it's always been Arsenal that have been my concern in this Premier League race. The commentator saying it's a Haaland celebration, but he's doing the Jota celebration. Yeah, it's not great form, that one, Chris, is it, from the commentator? Now, obviously, I'm not listening to any audio on the game, but that's shocking if he did. Right, anyway, free kick City here. Brighton holding the line on the edge of their 18-yard box. What have we got till kick-off? An hour to go, so plenty of time. Ball in, too close to the keeper who comes and claims it. Can imagine if Canade makes mistakes today, that Slot won't hesitate to put Leone in from. Also, good day, Craig. Hello to you, mate. Right, where are we at? But he won't be putting Leone in because he's not on the bench. So there'll be no Leone. Leone in on the bench. Which is very strange. Yeah, no Leone on the bench. Didn't even cop that first time. So our bench is Gomez, Endo, Bradley, Chiesa, Jones, Elliott, Marmadashvili, Robertson, Rio, and Gamoa. So there will be no substitution of Leone coming in. See, this pisses me off. You know, we bring in players that we're told for the here and now, and they're not even in the matchday squad. This is the difference for me between what Slot says publicly and what actually happens. But Gomez is there, so that's a bonus anyway. Joe's an option off the bench. Obviously, Conor Bradley off the bench as well. That's nuts. Unless, I don't know, is there a knock to Leone or something we're not sure about? Unless there's something that comes out maybe from the journalists or something. But that is unusual to bring in another player and I'm not even be on the bench. Connor said his wife must be giving birth. That's the usual one, isn't it, Connor? Yeah, at this point, that's the usual one. Should be young at 18, though, wouldn't he? Nola Eli said Slot is a spin master for sure. Says he's happy with his attackers, but then says he wants another one. Look, I've always told people, you cannot just take what a manager says as gospel. I'm not saying they're all liars, but there's things they have to say publicly. And sometimes with managers, it's what they don't say. I hope Isak gets his move, all the work he's done, said Crispy Dippers. I think he will, mate. I think he will. You know, Liverpool are waiting and waiting. And as soon as Newcastle look like they're getting a chink of light on that second forward, I think that's when you see Liverpool move. And you'll see us move quickly, decisively, and not budging off a number. Because there won't be too much time to negotiate. It'll be, here's the offer. And I think Newcastle have spent about 200 million net. So, again, let's talk PSR there. And if they bring in another one, there you go. So, I know it's going to be a mad dash for us. And we're going to be keeping an eye on everything. I'll be back on here tonight as well at about 9 o'clock. We'll go through all of that. We'll talk tomorrow, of course, as well. Connor will be doing the early shift. He doesn't know that yet, but Connor's on the early shift tomorrow, and then I'll be on from about 3 o'clock onwards to see what's happening. Busy day. Josh said Canada needs the game of his life today. They all do. They all do, mate. Look, I'm going to be honest. Gone into these two games coming up that we played Newcastle and Arsenal, I wanted 4 points in them. And I said to myself, well, I'd be happy with 4 points. We've already put 3 in the bag. So I'm happy as long as we don't lose. Now, I want to win. Of course I do. I want to put down a marker early in the season. But that win at Newcastle, at least a bit of breathing room. Oh, there is pictures of Leone at the ground. Then it must be one of these didn't have a space in the squad moments. Let's have a look at the squad. I mean, it's not really much space there outside of Elliot. And you're not leaving him out of this one because he could be an option. Yeah, I mean, I can maybe understand why he hasn't wanted to put 2 centre-backs in, since he's got Endo on the bench as well, Gomez on the bench, but still just feels weird, you know, a new signing that came in. Connor be ready if that happens. There you go. We've got it between us. Connor be on the early shift and I'll be taking her home with the yellow tie. Ambient said Arsenal playing 4 centre-backs and 3 DMs. Disgraceful. It's the Arteta way. Which is why, you know, I've always said he's trying to defend his way to a league title rather than going to attack to just grab that league title. He's doing it in the most dull, boring way possible. But that's his way. Still on the coffees, folks. Still on the coffees. Park to bus Arsenal. Classic Arteta bus park team, said Matt Camden. What's the point of selling Gomez for 8 million quid? I absolutely agree, Marlon Johnston. It's pointless. We aren't that hard up. Mate, could not agree more. All I can think of, and again, the fee, I am 100% with you. It should be minimum 30 million, in my opinion, mate. Minimum for Joe Gomez. I don't know if that number, that 6 to 8 million quid, is going to get any love from Liverpool. The only way that Gomez moves on the cheap, in my opinion, is if he makes it really clear he needs game time and wants guarantees that Arna can't give him, and that because of his 10-year service to the club maybe facilitated for him. That's the only way I can justify any of that happening, because you are right. The price tag being mentioned is an absolute piss take. Nessie said, I want Wirtz to completely school Zubamendi. I really do hope and want for a big game for him today, Nessie. Gary said, Liverpool's defence is going to have to be tighter than a Nunn's rear end. You're not wrong. We're going to have to be better, mate. We're definitely going to have to be better, Gary. And thank you, mate. Mr. M. or Ragav, how are you, sir? Palace rejected our offer and issued a counter. So they didn't reject it as such, but I get where you're coming from. Look, the deal is agreed with Palace at this point. It's just a matter, well, it's down to Steve Parish. The numbers are fine. Everyone's happy enough with the numbers. It's down to Steve Parish now and him given the nod for that to happen. Now, they are bringing in a replacement, but I think Oliver Glasner still feels, with even one in there short, but Mark Gay has informed him he wants to move. He's informed Liverpool he wants to move. That's the one I can't give you the same level of confidence I can give you on Isak, because I don't know what I know about Isak. I don't know that much about Mark Gay's situation. But I do think it comes together. But that one I'm less confident on than Isak. And I know that sounds mad, because you're thinking, Craig, at least with Gay, we know there's an offer in, we know there's discussions, we know it's all polite. I know, it sounds weird, but that's honestly where I'm at. More confident on Isak. JCDC said, "Hi Craig, I think a crazy 3-2 win tonight. No chance we don't concede from a set piece." So there's two things I don't want to see today, JCDC, which is messing about from set pieces or giving away something stupid like a penalty from Dragon. Because we know that they're going to look for it. And we've seen the referees really, I don't want to say start to clamp down, because it's still quite selective on who they're doing it against and when. But yeah, we do need to make sure that we don't give the referee anything easy to look at. And VAR have been, in my opinion, sticking their nose in a little bit too much at the start of this season. Matt said, Leone not in the lineup because he'll be flying in Gay and Isak like Superman. Needs to save his energy. Well, he's certainly got the physique for it, doesn't he? Absolute monster of a young man. So how are we feeling about the Liverpool team anyway? How are we feeling about that, folks? Let me dip into the chat. Do let me know how you're feeling about Liverpool's lineup today. So, before the end of the window, Liverpool will sign Gay, sign Isak and Gay, or sign neither. Shay said, "Hi Craig, hope you're doing well. I think Leone is playing for Italy next week. He's certainly being called up." Shay, you're right on that one, mate. He's been called up to Gennaro Gattuso's Italian side. Mike said, "Happy with the team, Craig." Good. I'm happy with it as well, Mike, yeah. I've got to say, I'm not going to come on here and moan about it. You know, we all have concerns around Canade for obvious reasons. But that aside, I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt again. I wouldn't have picked him, said that all week, but I'm going to get behind him because he's playing, of course, and he's a Liverpool player. Other than that, I'm more than happy with the team. I can understand Szoboszlai right back for various reasons. So yeah, fine. Really delighted, pleasantly surprised to see Maka in from the start. That's really made me happy. You know, having Gravenberch and Maka, first time this season so far together. And Wirtz keeps his starting spot as well. I'm feeling another Hugo goal today. I'm feeling Ekitike to go again and make it, what would it be now, 4 from 4 in a row? 3 in, I guess, the league and 1 more. Bobby the Firmino said, "I still don't understand why the window's open after the season started." It's to stop Liverpool, not Liverpool, I'm Liverpool focused, to stop the English clubs having a disadvantage. Like, imagine right now if we were in a situation where the European windows are still open, the Saudi window's still open, but the Prem's closed. And big money offers are coming in and chairmen are thinking of selling. It gives nobody time to react. So unless everybody closes at the start of the league, and leagues start in different weeks. So it's difficult. And I think the Premier League's thought process here is don't leave our clubs in an unfavourable position. So I do understand it, but I also agree with you. It would be great if everybody's squads were in place before the league started. Bullseye Gamer, how are we, my man? Said, "Hope we get an early goal and cook 11 defenders." Look, a win would be amazing today. The early first goal would be great as well. I just want to see us go out there and play better than we have in the first 2 games. Zoidberg said, "Seeing Kirkes and Canade in the lineup, as an atheist, I will be praying to all the gods we escape this with a draw, but my money will be on a drubbing." On a drubbing? Jesus, that's defeatist, mate. A home. I can say maybe you think we lose a game of football. You know, we all have nervy feelings, but a drubbing? West Ham have gone 1-0 up against Forest. Jared Bowen. So yeah, West Ham 1-0 up away at the City Ground. Major Zero, how are we, my friend? Said 2013 season part 2, 200 goals but 50 conceded. Look, if we win every game of football or most of them, I'll be alright. I don't mind winning games 4-3. I prefer winning them 1 or 2-0, but don't mind winning them 4-3 either, as long as we're winning. Does Isak move depend on Visa's move? So, my answer to that is no. But Newcastle's answer would probably be publicly yes. I think whatever happens now, Isak is going to happen. That's my opinion. And let's take you back to something that you don't have to listen to me. Let's take you back to something Craig Hope said. So he said, I would be absolutely amazed now based on how far Isak has gone if Liverpool don't return with an offer. Especially since I think it'll be a deal that would be quite easy to do. Newcastle haven't committed to acquiring Voltmada to keep Isak. So, you know, that's the briefings from their side. So, yeah, I get it, but I still think, ideally, yes, they'll get Visa or Strand Larsen. And then everybody will be happy. But let's wait and see. Scott Angerson, much love from sunny Brooklyn. Best 18 months. Thank you, dude, for being with us. 18 months. Sunny Brooklyn. It's a bit windy and rainy over here, Scott, today. It's not too great. My daughter's in the final day of that festival she's at, and weather's picking up a little bit down there. The Irish Wanderer, Kunnisatatu Makara, says, hope you're well, Craig. Probably the best team we can put out, bar right back. I'm feeling 3-1 for us tonight. I love it. Love the optimism. Keep it coming. More of that, please. Let's be optimistic in the chat. Brennan, how are we, my friend? Welcome in. Said, that Arsenal attack doesn't scare me. Yes, my friend. I'm on board with you, Brennan. That's the way. More of that positivity. More of that positivity. There we go. We love that. Sorry, I'm scrolling through the chat for somebody here. Apparently, somebody said something that somebody else was unhappy with. I'm trying to figure out what the hell it is. Okay. There's nothing to do with me, so we'll move on. Simba, the white-ish cat, said, let's get that W, a classic 3-2 Verts to score. Yeah, I have high hopes for a good Verts performance today. I really do. That goal for Milner, by the way, makes him the oldest player in Premier League history to score a penalty, apparently. Mark just sent that one on to me. Thank you, Mark. Adam said, I was really shocked by the Gomez exit links to Milan. I would be really sad to see him go. Thank you, Adam Brown. I would as well, mate. Like I said, I think of it almost like a Harvey Elliott situation. It will be a reluctant sale, if it happened, for Liverpool to allow Gomez to go and play. There has been a real growth spurt in English players gone over to play Serie A. Even here in Ireland, you know, young lads who used to go over to academies and stuff over in England are now starting to head towards Italy and leagues like that. So, good thing. I think more of these players getting more well-rounded football and educations are only good in the long run. But yeah, I agree, especially at the figures being mentioned, Adam. You know, we're talking pittance for some of these offers, like 6 to 8 million. Do we need that, as somebody pointed out earlier on, for Gomez? Definitely want a better fee. Tommy Duncan. Hey, Craig, not a criticism at all, but your camera quality isn't as good as it used to be. I prefer seeing your face the highest possible quality. No, you're right. You are right. It's something me and Connor has discussed. We think we're burning through the lenses on them quickly, so we are thinking of investing in another one. But I do appreciate... No, Tommy, anything like that, bro, you never have to worry about saying it to me, my man. That's a fair bit of feedback, and I always welcome genuine feedback, Tommy, so understand where you're coming from, and I'll definitely will have a chat about it. We did have it set on another setting, but it kept causing issues. So, but thank you for your feedback. I appreciate it. And yeah, we were in talks about it. If anybody has any suggestions, by the way, because this is an area Connor and I definitely wouldn't be overly educated on what type of DSLR or SLR camera to get would be great, because thankfully at this point in our journey we're able to afford some good bits of tech. So appreciate you. So all good, Tommy. Thank you, mate. Never played this lineup. Szoboszlai was good last time, but I don't like him as a right back permanently. I prefer him as an 8 or a 10. I understand, Janos, the decision to play Dom at right back. It kind of intrigues me a little bit, to be honest with you. It gives us a chance to possibly create another body in midfield. It also, we know he's going to have the energy to get up and down. But you're right. Frimpong or Bradley, a proper right back, would be ideal. But it makes me happy, because then the manager doesn't have to look and think, who am I dropping? Because the idea of dropping one of Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch and Wirtz, it feels weird, because they're all so good. How are we liking Nebraska's chances at the Natty? Oh, look, I'm still in my early days with Nebraska. I'd seen and watched the highlights of their win against Cincy the other day. That Cincy quarterback, by the way, he was very good at finding ways out of the pocket and using his legs. But yeah, they got to win by 3 points in the end. I'm still learning though. Chad's keep me up to date on all things Big Red, so I'm still learning. Yeah, I've probably seemed very out of place here in my local town, walking around in Big Red gear, in Nebraska Cornhuskers gear. But I love it. It's Adidas. It's gorgeous. And Chad very kindly sent it over. Scout Stewart, how are we, dude? How are you, my man? I'm nervous. I'm nervous about the game, Stewart. Yeah, definitely. No denying that. Oh, sorry. City are hanging on here. That was very nearly a late 2-1 to Brighton. They're sort of hanging on. Right, I'm going to see if I can mess around with some of these camera settings a little bit. See if I can't at least brighten up the screen or something. So bear with me 1 second, mate. I think that's about as good as I can do at the minute. But let's keep moving on. Where are we at? John. With VAR, who's the boss? VAR seems to be in charge instead of the match official. The match official needs to take things under his wing and not be afraid of overriding. Oh, 2-1. Brighton are ahead. Brighton are ahead. 2-1. Brighton are ahead. Sorry, John, I'll get back to this in a sec. Brighton have turned it round at the Amex and they are 2-1 up against City. Craig, you're so right, Craig. We doubt you. Every year you're right, Craig. And I know we don't deserve you, Craig, but you're right. You're always right, Craig. You're right about when you said Man City wouldn't be the same force. You're right again, Craig. You're going to be right about the transfers, Craig. You're right, Craig. Did I mention that I was right? Jokes. I'm delighted, though. I'm delighted because, like I said, the more problems that club can have, the better. I'm looking at the goal here. It's a good finish. Does well. Lovely little turn. Good finish. Good goal, that one. Wow. And we are 20 seconds away from going into stoppage time. Oh, City, the Brighton manager giving a big one. Sorry, Carl, or John, to get back to your comment. It does feel like they're sticking their nose in a little bit too much, John, at the start of this season. And the decisions haven't been great. Like, some of the things that they're interfering in are absolutely ridiculous. Certainly not what you'd call clear and obvious errors, but it's one of these things every year. So we were told something at the start of the season. It lasts about 8 minutes and then they change again. And you're not the only one, mate, that feels annoyed by it. Even Cara was tweeting about the state of our this season. Right, 7 minutes added on the Amex. Imagine Isak announcement at Anfield now. Well, there won't be, but I don't think you'll have to wait too long to start hearing this process moving on. Although we can't wait too much longer, can we? Because there is now heading towards, 27 hours? Do you know what song is stuck in my head? It's embarrassing to sing this, but I was watching a certain show and I can't get soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Can't get it out of my head. Been singing it for the last day and a half. Purr, purr, purr. Canon CA60 camera, said Ole. Thank you, mate. We currently use a Sony. The one we use at the moment is a Sony A something or another. Young Sheldon. No, not Young Sheldon. I've never actually watched that. But yeah, Big Bang Theory. See, I can't get it out of my head. All day, every day now. That song just on repeat in my head. Connor said it's the Sony A6100 that we use at the minute. Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Sabrina! Rina! Can I have a coffee? Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Don't get it stuck in my head. I know. If it's stuck in my head, you're all getting it stuck in your head.
I'm not out in my head. It's stuck there already.
You're welcome.
No.
Love you.
You'll have to sing Warm Kitty to yourself later because you'll be curled up in the ball after it hurt you.
Soft kitty, warm. She's got to be in bed tonight, getting up for the school run tomorrow, and I'm going to go up about 4 o'clock in the morning and go, soft kitty, warm kitty.
Stop.
MR Ragav said, there are rumours that if Isak doesn't happen, we're looking at other options. Do you think Alvarez is still an option? Atletico have not started well. I don't know of any other options, but I'd be a liar, my good friend, if I said to you I wasn't thinking about Julian Alvarez. Because, again, yeah, they had a 1-1 draw yesterday. They are looking all kinds of all over the shop. So, yeah, Connor said the Canon 90D shuts off after 30 minutes. That's the problem that we have. So, to have an SLR or DSLR or whatever they call camera, you need to have a dummy battery in it so it doesn't shut off and you can keep it running all the time, which is why we burn through the lenses so quick. Most cameras have a shut-off point for live streaming at 30 minutes, and it's a tax thing because apparently if they can go longer than that, they should be in the camcorder bracket and it's a higher VAT or tax bracket or something like that. So that's kind of why we're struggling with suggestions for the streaming cameras. But feel free to email contact@AnfieldAgenda.com with any suggestions on the cameras, anybody who maybe is a streamer and uses them. Right, let's keep going. And Mr. Ragav, I'd love Julian Alvarez, mate. And I'd love a late bid there, but I think we'll end up with Isak. I don't think there's going to be a plan B. I think it'll be Isak. Very easy to sort this negotiation out, by the way. You just ring up and you go, hello, Newcastle, yeah. Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. And I'm going to keep singing that Newcastle till you give up Isak. They need to claw back what they're getting involved in. It needs 100% clear and obvious offside. Fouls the lot. None of this 1mm crap. Well, look, offside is a black and white issue. You know, it is a factual issue. So I've no problem with the offside. It might be really annoying seeing them, but at least it's factual. At least we know it is what it is. So that I've actually got no problem with. But it's like you said, City almost grabbing a late equaliser. It's the subjective stuff that winds most of us up. Trey said, time to slap the Gooners around tonight. 4-1. Yes. Oh, sorry, Trevi. Excuse me, Trevi. I did you dirty there, bro. I thought it said Trey. Trevi. We do. Let's slap them around, mate. But I'll take a 1-goal win. Ball, Pepe, fraud, Pepe. City are so poor. We'll do it again. Ball, Pepe, fraud, Pepe. City are so poor. Ball, Pepe, fraud, Pepe. Here comes the...
Stop! Fuck you.
Oh...
You can't just change the words.
You get this for free. You get this for free, love. For free.
You can't even give it away to anybody else for free because nobody would take it.
Why would you watch another Liverpool channel? I mean, there's just no need, is there? There, you feel free to use that pep song for yourselves. Jacob Connor's working through all the people who've emailed me. He's got a couple of people he's talking with at the minute. I did say to you, I don't have anything to do with the recruitment process. Where are we at? Kyle, how are we, dude? Good afternoon. How are you? I hope you're well. We are about to get the final whistle at the Amex. How are we, Pep? How are we? Oh, lads. This just gives us a great chance now. Ball, Pepe, fraud, Pepe. City are so poor. El Pepe, take that, Pepe. Haaland is a... Right. Hi, Craig. Hope you're well. Can you now tell us what you know? No. I can't. All I can say, Paul, is that it will be a late dash. Look, I can tell you the reason behind the lateness. I can tell you that. The plan is that Liverpool want Newcastle to come to us knowing that they have to sell because they've committed money and their own pot and because, they don't want Isak around there. And the plan is that they'll come to us and Liverpool will go, here's a number, this is what we're willing to pay, and they don't have time to negotiate it. It's a simple yes or no. And it won't be a derogatory number, but it won't be the 150 million that they've been talking about either. So keep about 120 in your mind, because that's probably where we're at. All the best, Craig. Hope you have a good game. I know you don't like whiskey, but I need it for the game. Oh, Stargirl, I understand. I'd be a liar if I said I'm not nervous, but I'm trying to laugh my way through the nervousness at the minute. 30 minutes to go till kickoff. So yeah, do keep your comments coming in. Let me know your thoughts. City game is over, by the way. They've now been beaten 2-1. So that is it's not great for them, is it? That's 2 losses in 3 games for Pep United in the Premier League. Spurs are home and now Brighton. So yeah, good day. United going life and death at home with Burnley yesterday. 97th minute iffy penalty to win that one. It's interesting. City is washed. I tell you what, lads, I'd love to go back to the poll we did where I was arguing that City weren't going to be anywhere near what people were making them out to be. And I was being told yet again, no, Craig, City are our biggest threat. I keep saying, I do know my football. This is one of the few things this idiot knows. And that Man City team, it was always like, common sense would tell you that best case scenario, yes, they might challenge, but worst case scenario, they've got the charges hanging over them, an uncertain future with Guardiola hanging over them, a Haaland who is already starting to eye Manchester City, even though he signed that long deal, and they have a lot of new players in, and they played in the Club World Cup. I've never understood why people were scared of them. The old City squad, that David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, that squad was fearsome. That was the squad that I used to shit a brick coming up against with Liverpool. But the new version, they don't have the same mental strength as the old City. They just don't. They don't have the same air of invincibility about them. Gary, how are we, sir? Watching Man City loss makes me happy. Makes me happy as well, Gary. It's always a good start to the day when one of the Manchester clubs drop points. Sometimes I wonder, what have I opened 18 months now? Yeah, I know. I can often imagine people coming in going, what is this lad on about? But, I've never claimed to be normal, have I, Adam? Did you see Jimmy's celebration? I did, Moses. Yes, sir. I did. Diogo Jota. Love. He even wears Diogo's number 20. He changed the jersey to it. So, what a man. Do love Jimmy Milner. Who couldn't not love Jimmy Milner, to be fair? Right, do hit that subscribe button, folks. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. Great to have you with us. What's Mark sending me? Where are City now? Oh my days. Man City are 12th already. And they've played 3 games. That's shocking. Who are they in and around, actually? They're behind Leeds. They're ahead of Burnley. Everton in 5th. Sunderland up there in 6th as well. Interesting start. What have we got? JWS said, thoughts on the lineup? I'm okay with it, yeah. I'm quite happy. Yeah, I'd be a liar, mate, if I said I'm displeased. I'm not. I've got concerns about Canada, same as everybody else, but I understand. Szoboszlai at right back, I totally get that. Just hope we put in a better performance, regardless of what the 11 is, JWS. Man, I hope we just put in a better performance. Jordan Bugs, how are we, man? Said Craig, forget Nebraska. The Oklahoma Sooners are the Liverpool of college football. No, sorry, I'm pledged now. I'm a Cornhusker. Chad sent me over a lovely care package with loads of lovely Nebraska Adidas gear, and it's all class. And yeah, I'm already spoken for that and the Packers. Can't wait, actually. Thursday, we're nearly there. But by the way, feel free to throw me loads of college football gear from all different parts of the States. If it's Adidas. If it's Nike, you can keep it. If it's Adidas, feel free to post it over and I'll wear it proudly. Unashamedly. Like the hoe that I am. What's a good site for Liverpool merch for us bigger fellas? Love from Sydney, Australia. For us bigger fellas. It depends what you're looking for, I guess. Threads for Reds is a great site. I've got a couple of hoodies from them over the years. Really good. Yeah, it depends genuinely what you're looking for. So, Adidas will always have quite big sizes, but I'm an XL/XXL, so I'm kind of halfway between those two. I wear double XL because I like stuff loose, but yeah, that's all I can really think of off the top of my head. Pep as a child can't even shake hands, said the legend. Look, all of these guys like Pep are great when things are going great for them. They're all charming and smiley. Soon as shit starts hitting the fan, the real people start to come out, the snarky. But I get it as well. Like, you don't get to this level without having that edge. You just don't. You have to have that about you. You have to be ruthless at times. And you also have to play the game. So it's funny, but I wouldn't expect anything less. Say whatever we want about Guardiola. He's a winner. That's what he is. He's a winner. And yeah. So I was watching some of the Netflix documentary about the Dallas Cowboys. And the mentality is brilliant of Jimmy Johnson and some of those lads, like, win. Fuck everything else. Win, 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 win. That's my mentality. I'm definitely one of those people. I don't care if we have to bend the rules. I don't care if we have to wind people up. I don't give a shit if we have to act nasty. I don't care if we have to get down and dirty and fight it out. Win. And we'll talk about it afterwards. So that's the type of mentality. And I love it. I love the Michael Jordans of this world. I love people that don't accept mediocrity and demand more. Which is why every time I criticize somebody, I get almost annoyed when somebody says don't be critical. No, sorry. Win. Be better. You know, standards should be high. We're at Liverpool Football Club. Where are we at? Paul said, if we get Isak, do we win the league? Yes. For me, if we get Isak and Gay, we win the league. I would say that's, yeah, I'd be confident in that. I'd also say the reverse. If we don't, we don't, in my opinion. We have a chance. We'll always have a chance. But if we don't get them, I don't think we win the league. The Sparky said, biggest Liverpool channel, big effort, big Reds. Thank you, WFM to you. Is there anybody in our community who doesn't know what WFM is, by the way? It's the channel motto that we've had since day one. So if you don't know and you see the letters WFM being spammed in the chat, it means we're effing massive. It's always been that way. Ado. Craig, FSG out if no more signing. I won't say FSG out, no. I think if no more signings, not good enough. But I've got to be honest, they've given me enough belief so far this window. And I've always said I'll be fair on it. You know, if I don't see a want to win, I'll call it out. But I think depends on how the window ends. So this is a risky strategy. If it comes off, it's genius. If it doesn't come off, there's definitely going to be questions, Ado, about what happened, how we let this develop that way, and who shit the bed. But I do think we'll be fine. There he is. Oh, when the Reds go marching in. Oh, when the soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Hi, Mikey. May the worst team lose. Yeah. Best of luck today. The legend, who's an Arsenal fan. Hopefully, I hope you're miserable. Obviously, you hope I'm miserable by the end of it, mate. Yes, Robert, this guy, bye-bye. I don't have tolerance for idiots, Robert, so toodle pop. Football Factory said James Milner is class. Great goal and celebration. Yes, he is. He's an absolute legend, Jimmy Milner. Right, folks. Let's get those likes up. We have 20 minutes. We're still about 240 odd short. If you can, do hit that like button. Do we think Gay starts for Palace today? Said Sonny Ahmed. It looks like he is, yeah. Now, I'm not going to lie, my man. That absolutely scares the living heck out of me, you know. But, yeah, I think he probably does start at Villa. Now, of course, our game will still be on when those team announcements come out, I think. No, hang on, 4:30. Yeah, so we'll know if he starts or not. But, God, yeah, don't... I'm not going to sit here and say that doesn't make me nervous. It absolutely does. Martin Lawrence, how are we, sir? And thank you for being with us as a member for 2 months. And I think this might be the game where Wirtz shines. Fingers crossed. I think I get where you're coming from, by the way, because this is a high-level game. And these would be the moments where you would expect him to shine. But, you know, let's wait and see. I just hope that we play with more of a swagger than we have in the first two. And certainly hope we keep it tighter at the back. Just Mick said, "Hi Craig, nervous for the game. Do you think Isak comes?" Second part, yes. First part, I totally understand, Mick. It's a big game. It's top of the table clash, you know. Two title contenders, and we're at home. Probably puts a little bit more pressure on our shoulders. If you're away, you go into it thinking, right, we can pinch a win, but I'll take a draw. At home, I'm still of the mindset a draw wouldn't be the worst thing in the world this early in the season. But, you know, if we can find a way to get a win, that will put an early marker down as well. David, always lovely, sir. Hope you're well and appreciate you, sir. Bobby, I don't understand what that means. Soft kitty? Warm kitty? Little ball of fur. Sam, in your opinion, do we get Isak or Gay or none? Don't really, in my opinion, you've said opinion, right? So it is an opinion. Both. Yeah, both. But again, I am an optimist, Sam. But yeah, I'm saying both at this point. Especially because the one thing I don't have the information on, which is the Gay part of it, that's looking like it's moving in the right direction. One thing I would say is, whatever else happens over the next 26, 27 hours, both of those players will be Liverpool players. Now, the plan is for them to be Liverpool players by the end of tomorrow, and that is certainly where we're headed for. But they will both be Liverpool players regardless within the next 12 months. But of course, we want it done now. Brian, thank you, man. I just noticed you dropped in 50 memberships. Absolute legend. Thank you, Brian. Much appreciated as always, sir. Right, so we do have a poll running. We said before the end of the window, Liverpool will ... sign Mark Gay, sign Isak and Gay, or sign neither. So we'll leave that one running for a few more minutes and then we'll see where people's heads are at. Well done to Brian and everyone that got a membership. Congrats. Right, where was I? I had a few more super chats to get through. Andrew. You slag City, but Liverpool got all clubs banned from Champions League. So, again, Andrew, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. You might talk about a group of fans, mate, but again, City are cheats. So, I don't care what you say. I slagged them because I fucking detest them, as does the rest of football. But just say what you want to say, Andrew, and stop being a pussy. You want to throw around Heysel because you're a fucking scumbag who's misinformed. But you know that, and I know that, mate. So, again, do me a favour, Andrew. Walk into any place in Liverpool and say that out loud and publicly. But you won't, because you're a cowardly little bitch who only hides behind a keyboard to say these things. City are cheats. I'm going to say it again. They're fucking cheats. I detest them and everything they stand for because, and I might not have mentioned this, they're cheats. You know, those 100 and something charges didn't just appear. And Liverpool got nobody banned. Some people in stands that acted incorrectly. So, again, easy to throw it around behind a keyboard, bitch, but you wouldn't dare say it to a Liverpool fan or a Scouser because you know you'd get knocked the fuck out. Now shut up and let the big boys work and take the L. Take the L. Soft, peppy, fraud, peppy, ball, little dickhead. Let's go back to the actual original one. Ball, peppy, fraud, peppy, City were so poor. 2-1 Brighton. Wah, wah, wah. Imagine trying to defend Manchester City. Imagine that. And imagine trying to do that by talking about the deaths of other people. Imagine being that prick. Must take a special kind of scumbag to be that level of snidey and cowardly. Yeah, I hope whatever makes you so bitter, Andrew, I hope you eventually find peace and happiness. So, looks like Romano could be in the mud. He said, understand Villa are closing in on Paqueta, 47 million package loan fee, obligation to buy, blah, blah. And then Paqueta scores, kisses the badge, gestures throwing away the phone. So it's looking like he's staying at West Ham as things stand. Right, where am I at with this one? City gets smashed everywhere they go. It's because they're, Morkins. Do you know what really gets me? So I was looking last week. They're extending one of the stands in the Etihad, and they can't even fill it as it is. And this was for a big game. And there was still so many empty seats around. They're such a soulless tin pot institution that tries to make out they're a big club on the world stage, but the facts don't ever back that up. Oh, we're sold out again. Are you? Why is there pockets of empty seats all around the place then? Oh, and what? Who are these sponsors around the edge of the pitch that nobody's ever fucking heard of? Oh, and who are these people on LinkedIn that apparently are just copy and paste images from other stock images, but they're supposed to be CEOs and executives of sponsorship? Nothing at all. Nothing dodgy there at all, mate. Nothing to see. David, Man City fans have as much morals as their club. Look, I know some really cool Manchester City fans. Some really reasonable Manchester City fans. Some hardcore Manchester City fans who were there when they were selling out Main Road down to the divisions. But it's the bury their head in the sands and pretend City fans have no time for. Or the used to be a Chelsea fan but now jumped on the City bandwagon ones. Arsenal and the end of the window. Let's hope it's an epic 24 hours ahead, said Sean. Man City fans aren't used to taking the I. They prefer taking the... I'll leave that one. Imagine paying to throw shade at you. I love it. It's my favourite way of getting abused. If somebody is going to say crap towards me, then paying for the privilege to do it definitely helps. Because most people just throw abuse at me for free. So paying to do it, a bit more respect for the people that paid to do it. But what always gets me about these heroes is they wouldn't dare say this stuff if they weren't behind a keyboard. And I'm not saying to me, I mean to any Liverpool fan. Like, would you go into work and say to your boss, yeah, those lads that caused English clubs to be out of football, they're just low-life scumbags. And that's all that they have because they don't have an argument to defend. Crispy Dippers. Imagine paying to throw shade at you. Thank you again, sir. Will said, Craig, 3-1 today. We've got this. Much love. I'm nervous. I really, really am nervous about the game. I can't lie about that. I am. It's going to be a big game. If we can get a win today, imagine the buzz. If we get a win and we get the lads signed up in the next 24 hours, we'll all be on cloud 9 over the international break, counting down the minutes. Wirtz masterclass incoming. Craig, you're a legend, said Mordred. Thank you. Really, really appreciate that. Lovely doggy photo as well. Barrel Bad Eye said, I hope Salah is on form today. Wirtz to score. Yeah, I'm feeling an Ekitike goal today, but a Wirtz one would be lovely as well. My FPL needs a boost as well. It's not looking good this week, shall we say. But then again, I am bang average at FPL. Right, let's end this poll anyway with 10 to go. And we'll see what people are thinking. So, over 6,000 votes. And 57% of those legends that voted. And thank you to everyone that took the time to vote. 57% think we get both. 22% think we just signed Gay. 9% think we just signed Isak. And neither is 11%. Interesting. But again, most people being optimistic. We love that. One billion people watching the game. Wow. Around the world, is there? That's crazy. Some serious numbers there. Some serious eyes on the Prem. My FPL did crap this week, said Jake. Jake, that's pretty much me every week, dude. Love from Vegas, said Nick Alejandro. How are we, sir? My stepdad's from Liverpool, and we get up and watch these games together every time, no matter how early, and now you're part of our routine too. Well, much love to you, your dad and your family. Nick, thank you for being with us, mate. Thank you for getting up and watching as well. Where were we? Okay, there we go. Sorry, I thought I'd missed a couple that have come in. This one from Josh. Said, let's win this, then laugh at Man City losing to Brighton. 25 months with us as a member as well, Josh. Absolute legend. Raekwon, how are we, my man? Lovely to see you in again. Hope you're having a good weekend. Said, up those mighty boys in red. It's going to be an intense game, but Anfield magic carries us to a win. 3-0. Oh, I'll be all smiles, dude, if it's 3-0. I'll take any win today, but God, a 3-0 one would be amazing. But honestly, I think this is going to be a close game. Arsenal are a good team. Stephen, thank you so much, Stephen, for the super chat, mate. That's very kind of you. Said, what did you think of the video report from beIN Sports regarding Isak done already? But then Liverpool sources rebutted it. Is it that Liverpool's strategy trying to keep it quiet so players aren't distracted for the match? So the strategy, Stephen, is let Newcastle go about their business. They're about 200 million net, I think, at the minute. And then the plan is that when they come to us and open the door for Isak, we will come with an offer that suits us, that won't be too much higher than the initial 110 million, and that they won't have time to negotiate. They'll have to accept it because they're going to have to, one, free up some PSR wiggle room, and two, they're going to have two strikers in at that point. They've already got one in, and the thought process is one could still be enough. So it's a late dash, I do understand that, but there is a method to the madness, and it's, like I said, it's all about the timing of when this offer goes in. Sorry, I want to get back before I read Stevens and finish what I said about the report. So, the information that Jan has is probably not dissimilar to the information a lot of other people have. And I guess it's just a matter of those in and around Liverpool can't say, oh yeah, Jan's right. Because, need to see the process play out. But I think everybody who thinks Isak becomes a Liverpool player will be right by the end of the window. How they got their information and exactly what their information is, I'm unsure. But he spoke about a signing for Wolves as a replacement that looks like it's coming to fruition. So, does that mean... I don't know, by the way, if their owner, Shea at Wolves, is going to want to sell Larson or if he will sell... If Brentford's owner will sell Visa. That I don't know about. I'm not close enough to those deals. But from our side, it'll be a matter of when the offer goes in. And then it should be a very quick process. Well, it'll have to be, won't it? And back to Stephen. Sorry, Stephen, initially didn't discuss this one. Craig, up the Reds. Arteta ball is so tiring. Yep, I'm expecting a lot of set pieces. I'm expecting them to try and slow the game down as well. I don't expect it to be an open, expansive game. But it should have a little bit more in-play time than the Newcastle one, which, if I remember correctly, the ball was only in play for 40.8% or something like that, which was the lowest since 2010 in Premier League records. Blah said, people hoping we score. I hope Canade defends. Look, if we keep a clean sheet, I'll always back us to score. So yeah, if we can keep the defensive side solid, definitely a great chance today. Douglas, how are we, sir? Huge chance to put out a marker with City losing today. Remind the league who the favourites are. No Saka, no Odegaard. Martinelli and Madueke on the wings. Not worried. 2-0. First clean sheet incoming. I wish I had that confidence. I still think this is going to be a tough game. But I also hope we see a better Liverpool performance today than we've seen in the first two. Even though we've won them. Right, ladies and gents. We're nearly there. Andy Milner said, love your channel, mate. I've been here from the start. Best wishes to you, your family, and the best team in the world. Thank you so much, Andy, and same to you and your family, sir. Right, teams are in the tunnel, folks. We're nearly there. Let me just make sure everything is good to go on my end. Clock working. Yes, right, we're good to go. Okay. Any team won the Premier League without an English player in the main 11? I don't know. Wouldn't have a clue. I mean, Leicester definitely had English players. City had English players. Arsenal back in the day had English players. Liverpool obviously had English players. United defo had English players. Chelsea, English players. I don't think so. Off the top of my head, mate, even all the way back to Blackburn, definitely had English players. So, yeah, I think probably every team that I can think of would have English players in it. What have we got? NBC pundits think Arsenal are favourites. Cool, let them. There needs to be a short leash on Ibu, said Brian. He needs to be marshalled well. And I think Szoboszlai beside him should at least help us fill in some of the space that's created. But yeah, look, let's hope for the best with Ibu today. But he does have Gomez on the bench if needs be. Thank you, Joe Liverpool, amazing Navy Sergeant. Appreciate you. Thank you, mate. Right, let's run through the 11s before we get underway again. Start with Arsenal. It's Raya in goal, then Timber, Saliba, Gabriel and Calafiori making up their backline. Marino, Rice and Zubamendi in midfield. Martinelli, Gyökeres and Madueke up top. That is the Arsenal 11. For Liverpool, Alisson Becker in goal, right back Dominic Szoboszlai, centre back pairing of Canada and your captain Virgil van Dijk. Left back, Milos Kerkez, midfield of Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister and Florian Wirtz. Up top, right hand side, Mohamed Salah, through the centre, Ugo Ekitike, and on the left, Cody Gakpo. The bench for Arsenal, Mosquera, Odegaard, Eze, Kepa, Trossard, Wanyeri, Skelly, Dauman, and Harriman Anus. For Liverpool, Gomez, Endo, Bradley Chiesa, Jones, Elliott, Mamadashvili, Robbo, and Rio Ngamoa. Nearly there. What a big 24 hours this is going to be in the season, folks. Alex, it was a late turnaround at the Amex, mate. It was a penalty and then I think an 88th minute winner for Brighton. Nearly there, folks. Nearly there. We are 2 minutes away from kickoff. So, if you haven't, please do hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to drop a like as well. And remember, we will have our match reaction coming up, player ratings video today, and of course, I'll be back tonight as well for the late night agenda. Probably about 9 o'clock by the time we get back on. Chad, lovely to see you, bro. Said, let's do this. Let's get the win. Right, both teams getting in the pre-match huddles. Arsenal going to wear their away strip of white and I guess what you call kind of maroony in colour. Liverpool obviously in a home strip of red. That kit looks so good. It looks so good. Anfield looking immaculate as always. Come on, the boys. Come on. Right, let's get the coffee going. There he is, Mr. Lego Man. Right, so the Reds will be attacking the Annie Road end first half, as we always want to do. Arsenal going to be attacking the Kop end, and we are underway. We are underway. Teams have gone mad with this kickoff, not doing the decent thing now, really, just putting it straight out of play. So that's exactly what Declan Rice did. They're all going full PSG on this, just getting the ball and booting it straight towards the corner flag to get territory from kickoff. No, Nessie Leone isn't in the squad, not on the bench at all. So Ekitike has just been called up to the France squad as well because Cherky's out with an injury. So Ugo's just been called up. That just sent in to me a moment ago. Right, Liverpool in possession with Virgil. Across to Canade. Virgil again. Out left side to Milos Kerkez. He goes up the line. That's a free kick, ref now. No, setting the tone early, referee, letting Arsenal push us to the ground. Fair enough. Throw in Liverpool. Kirk gets to take it. Ball in field to Wirtz. His ball's intercepted by Arsenal. They have it now. Well won back by Ryan Gravenberch. Wirtz. Maka. Kanade out right hand side to Soboslai. Come on, boys. Alisson to Virgil. We'll sync up now. 1 second. We're at 1 minute and 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Chris Kavanagh is your referee today. And remember, there was a change on VAR. Michael Salisbury removed, John Brooks put in because of his errors in the Fulham game yesterday against Chelsea. Gravenberch. Kanade. Soboslai. Again, it's patient from Liverpool in the opening exchanges. Kanade to Virgil. Gakpo. Again, press comes on. He goes back to Virg. Alisson now, just outside his area. Goes long upfield, straight through the middle, looking for Ekitike. Arsenal defender wins the header. Liverpool have it back in the middle of the park, though. Kirkes. McAllister. Gakpo. Ryan Gravenberch, just on the centre circle. Again, it's just Arsenal press, forcing us side to side backwards. No real spaces yet. Virgil switches that. Well done, Ibu. That was a good leave. I don't know if he got a shout from Don, but he did well to leave it. Salah now. He goes back out right side to Florian Wirtz. Ekitike back out to Soboslai. Looking for support. Salah. Soboslai. Again, that Arsenal press comes. Liverpool forced back a little bit. Every Liverpool player now except Alisson inside the Arsenal half. Virgil. Leaves one out there left for Kirkes. Gakpo. Again, Arsenal crunch in with a challenge. Liverpool lose the ball now in the centre of the park and Arsenal have a bit of space. Ball slipped in behind too far ahead and Alisson comes out and claims it. That's what we've got to be careful of. Turning over possession, middle of the park like that. Arsenal quickly looking to counter, but thankfully for us the pass was overhit. Oh, Arsenal have an injury already. Saliba's down. 4 minutes in, Saliba's down. They're already bringing on Mosquera. Arsenal forced into a change. This is not what Arteta will want to see. What caused this? He won the header and then felt something. So here comes the change. Mosquera coming on to replace Saliba. It's nothing in it, to be honest, said Space Panda. It's always those innocuous ones, though, isn't it? That seems to cause the injuries. You know, just landing awkwardly or jarring something when you're still hit the ground. So that change made. 5 minutes on the clock. Saliba out, Mosquera in. Right, we're back on the way. First touch for the centre-back. Takes him into midfield. Gravenberch challenge. Ball ricocheted through. Alisson will be able to come out and claim that inside his area. Virgil, edge of our own penalty area now in possession. Back to Ali. Virg. Come on, boys. Ooh, Ekatike does well centre of the park. Wirtz, he needs support. Nope. Tries to play it to Salah. Even the second ball, Arsenal challenge comes crunching in. What are you bringing it back for, ref? Is it a free kick to us or a throw-in? Didn't even see what happened there. Sky's camera went all over the place. Arsenal have it with Gabriel anyway. Zubamendi. Is Zubamendi getting that off the crowd every time he's in possession, by the way? Do let me know about that one. Ball back now with the Arsenal keeper. Ekatike goes to press. Well done. Well read. Maka steps in to snuff that out. Arsenal throw in, which they're looking to get on with quickly. What's this? Even Neville found it weird that Arsenal had to throw there, even after it was brought back. Yeah, felt like it was being brought back for a free or a Liverpool throw-in, but anyway, stopped Arsenal being able to counter us. Declan Rice now in possession. Cross to Mosquera. Come on, boys. Up in their faces. Come on. Gakpo's unhappy. Free kick given against him. He felt he didn't really do anything. Well, no, he hasn't even given the free. He's given the throw. I think he felt it was his throw. Brennan Smith said, someone needs to crunch Zubi. Wouldn't be. I wouldn't say no, dude. Don't want him injured, but yeah, let him know you're there. Right, anyway, it is a free kick. Raya to take it. Again, the ball doesn't be much in-play action, really. It's just so stop-start, and that doesn't benefit us. Virgil again, winning his aerial challenges, as he always does. Ekatike looks to turn, no space there. Mack is dispossessed right-hand side by Marino. And then he loses out to Marino. Ball crossed in. Soboslai heads it away, edge of the box. Yes, Flo. Lovely little nick in. Come on. 3 on 3. Oh, it's not many options, so he has to go out to Salah, which gives space for them to get bodies back. And then Salah does what Salah has done a lot lately, which is cut inside and have his pass blocked. And now Arsenal are on the attack. Stand up, Canade. Stand up. Air ball. Well done, Ibu. Well done, Ibu. Good defending, fella. Well done. Yeah, that came from, again, Salah trying his pass that doesn't get past the first man in front of him, ricochets an Arsenal counter. This has been the story of his season so far. That pass that doesn't get past its first man. Man on! Oh, God. Virgil. Back to Ali. Tries to play it into the right channel, but again, just goes straight out of play for a throw into Arsenal. 10 minutes on the clock. That was good defending by Ibu. Stood up, was strong. Didn't let his man Martinelli past him. Wins the goal kick as well. So well done, Ibu, on his first big moment in the game. Got to say, Ibu passed that with flying colours. Come on, boys. Arsenal in possession. Out left side. Again, Zubamendi. Back to Raya. Raya puts the boot through it. Ball kind of ricochets off someone's heel back into the centre of the park where it's with Gravenberch. Out to Szoboszlai. He goes up the line to Salah. Back to Dom. Wirtz. Bit of a Cruyff turn, change of direction. Sends it across to Virgil. Kirkes. Back to Virgil. Again, it's all very condensed in there. He tries one over the top looking for Salah. Headed away and Calafiori will keep it in on the far side. Well done again, Ibu. Good strong defending there from Canade. Virgil. Canade. Good ball. Good ball. Out to Dominic Szoboszlai. Wirtz. Dom. Back to Ibu. Feels like a bit of a chess game, this, doesn't it? Alex said this is the best we've seen Canade all season. Yeah, he started the game very, very well. No hesitation in saying that one. Gravenberch. To Verge. Canade. Back to Ali. To Verge. Wirtz. So we've had 70% of the ball, but here we go. Gravenberch now breaking a line. Good. Out to Gakpo left side. Here comes Kirkes on the overlap. Gakpo cuts in. Hits it. Oof, unlucky. Drags it wide. Tries to pick out the bottom corner right hand side of Raya's post, but drags it just wide. Our left. Cuts inside. It opens up a bit in front of him, so I can see why he took the strike on, but it's about 2 yards wide of the post. Right, Arsenal have gone short with the goal kick. Rice. Out right hand side. To Mosquera. Ball back in. Oh, they got lucky there. That nearly got intercepted by Liverpool. It's back with Raya. Arsenal again. Trying to free up the space, which they now do. So they've got a bit of space now to run into. Gakpo's already back there helping out, which is good. Well in. Keep. Uh-oh. Yes, Alisson Becker! Oof. Arsenal won a challenge and the ball ricocheted forward and it looked like Dom was losing out to Martinelli and then out came Alisson playing sweeper keeper and clears his lines. Well done. Rice out to Calafiori. Gabriel back to Declan Rice, who is really back there shielding that Arsenal backline. The LFC pundit said, Craig, long time we need to bench Salah. Well, look, firstly, we don't really have many options at the minute. Secondly, yeah, I get where you're coming from. Like, I'm not thinking this is the best Salah we've seen, but yeah, I understand the frustration, but we know with Salah, he can have one moment in a game and it can make all the sometimes frustration worthwhile. And thank you, by the way, for being with us for 8 months as a member. Zubamendi to Rice, back to Zubamendi. Oh, go on, keep going, Mo. Again, Raya playing sweeper keeper this time. That's it, put the pressure on. Marino, centre of the park for Arsenal. It's intercepted. Oh, come on, Flo. Come on, move it quicker. Tries to pick out Salah and the interception was done by Declan Rice. Could have been a better moment that for us. Jack said Salah's our best player. Let's not forget that. I don't think anyone is forgetting it, mate, but we're also allowed to call it as we see it. And if you think Salah's been our best player this season, you'd be very, very wrong. You know, people get too defensive. People are allowed to say a player's not playing well. And he hasn't been. Be honest about it. Doesn't mean we don't appreciate all the other stuff, but we can't just not say what we see. Yes, Dom. Good bit of defending there. Stops Martinelli. There's another misplaced Mohamed Salah pass that nearly gives away possession. Jack, that's twice already. I'll tell you what, we've looked solid enough defensively through this. Cherky's out for 2 months now, Mark saying, from Man City after him picking up the injury, which is why Ekitike is now in the French squad. Salah, good control, Mo. Tries to cross in, too high for Ekitike, but he's done well to bring that down and control it. But it was too close to the keeper ultimately. Arsenal now trying to attack with Marino. Madueke up against Kirkes. Yes, Milosh. Corner to Arsenal. We know how dangerous they are from corners. But Kirkes did well. Stuck with his man there. Blocked the cross, as you want him to do. Madueke tries to get to the byline. But Kirkes does well to block the cross. But it is an Arsenal corner. And no, David, Leone isn't in the squad today, mate, which is confusing for a few of us. Oh, yeah. Look, Gabriel pushing all over Wirtz already. Look, push, push, push. There's about 4 of them. It's funny how Arsenal seem to get away with grappling more than any other team. Arsenal are back on the halfway line now. Raya. Arsenal player heads it out would be, well, Gyökeres heads it out will be a Liverpool throw in on the far side. Look at them. The Sky are already so far up Arsenal's hole with their replays. It's funny how they zoom in on the replay of Maka. I can show you 3 Arsenal players pushing and throwing Liverpool players, but Sky being the infinite Mikel Arteta fucking rim jobs that they are, straight away. Oh, no, we got to show this. We got to show the grappling of Maka. Not about the 4 pushes from Arsenal. Absolute biased clowns. Come on, Hugo. Ball back at Raya. He goes long. That's a foul, referee. Yes. Madueke fouling Kirkes. Right, Verza goes short with the free to Allison. Over to Canade. 20 minutes on the clock. Not really any chances to speak of for either side. Gravenberg to Canade. Soboslai. Back to Allison. Verge. Yes, Wirtz. Lovely little flick inside and step over. Ball to Maka, who runs straight into a challenge and gives the ball away. Fuck's sake. Madueke now using his pace up against Kirkes. Good challenge, Milos. Great challenge. Great bit of defending. Madueke used his pace to get around the outside. Looked like he was getting in behind, but Kirkes stuck with him and gets a challenge in. That had to be spot on, and it was. Well done, Milos. Great bit of defending. Oh, he wears the number 20. Right corner to Arsenal. Their second one of the game. Rice. Oh, Allison with a save. Ball dropped. Madueke had like a flash volley. Allison gets down to his right and saves it. Oh, unlucky Wirtz. It's a couple of moments for Flo. It's been just a little tiny bit off unlocking them. Rice now. He tries to get in behind. Again, Dom does well. It's a good stop from Allison because it comes through a load of bodies as well. To Allison. To Virgil. No choice but to clear it long there. Wirtz, Salah. Oh, it's just a little bit too far ahead of Ugo. Unlucky. Tried to move it quickly. Ball came Wirtz to Salah. Salah side foot, cushion past. Trying to put in Ekitike, but it's just a little too much zip on it and it goes through to the keeper. We've had 0 touches in their box, by the way. They've had 7 in ours. Come on, boys. Feels like there's a lot of respect out there between both sets of players. As in, for the abilities of the other. Kirkes, well done, Milos. He's played very well so far in this game. Right. Addison in possession. Goes long. Ekitike. Ref's giving him nothing. Every little niggling challenge there. Arsenal defenders getting away with Ekitike getting nothing from the ref. Yes, Milos. Good header again. It's about time, referee. It's about time we got a free kick. Arsenal defenders grappling, grabbing, dragging back Gakpo. Eventually the ref I bit my tongue. Eventually the ref gives in and gives us a foul, and Timber's moaning about it. A little bit of instruction there from Arna. Right, Arsenal holding the line right in the edge of the 18. It's overhit from Wirtz. He tries to ping a diagonal one towards the back post, but it's overhit and it just goes straight out of play. Uh-oh. Virgil gives the ball away. Now it's with Marino edge of the area. Cross, blocked again. Another Arsenal corner. Kirkes once again with the block. A load of people chatting about Verts in the comments, and I'm trying not to bite on any of it because I think you're losing the run of yourselves. Why do people always want the scapegoat in every match? It's 0-0 and people are still trying to scapegoat players. Another corner here. Same side again. Rice puts it in. Cleared at the near post by Kirkes. And they go all the way back to the halfway line with the second ball. Someone said stop giving Arsenal corners. Not exactly giving them corners when you're blocking crosses, to be fair. Fullback's doing his job. You can't help where a ricochet goes. Besides, Craig Verts ain't playing well. So tell me out there, who is blown Arsenal away? Because, you're picking out one person. Salah's not playing well. Why not talk about him? Gakpo's not playing well. Why not talk about him? It's people picking on Wirtz again because they would love a fucking scapegoat. If anybody has looked closest to unlocking something, for me, it has been Wirtz. A couple of moments just been this much off. Calafiori now. Bit of space. Again, who's going to challenge him? Oh, fuck's sake. Such a needless foul. Yellow card as well for Gravenberch. Canale was about to step up to take that ball off him because he took a heavy touch. And Gravenberch clips his ankles, and that's him in the book again in the first half. I don't think there was a need for him to make that challenge at that point. Canada was just about to step up. Another set piece for Arsenal. Why? Okay, come on. Yeah, that's it, Declan. Take your point. Rice takes the free kick, puts it about 15 yards over Alisson's crossbar. People saying that's not a yellow at all. He clipped his ankle, lads, when he was running away. Let's try to be fair about it. It's a yellow card. Canada now. Just about to hit the half-hour mark. Still a pretty lifeless affair. Liverpool throw in on the near side. Jay Riddle said, always a scapegoat, deadline live tonight. Oh, I'll be live tonight, mate. Don't you worry about that. Yeah, be back on probably at about 9 o'clock tonight after all the match day stuff. I have to jump across the Leeds channel for a reaction as well. Ball slipped in, unlucky. Dom tries to slip it into Wirtz. Ball goes out. It'll be an Arsenal ball far side. 30 minutes on the clock. Come on, boys. Create something. Why do we always go sideways and backwards in possession? Because they're looking for a channel to play the ball into. They're looking for a space to try and exploit. Like, keep this in mind. When we turn over possession, we're always at our most vulnerable, right? I think most of us would agree on that. So not giving the ball away is kind of the point. But then again, I also get your point that when you are doing that, you're not exactly going at them. But I think a safety first attitude and keeping it tight at the back, I'm not going to complain about at the minute. Why is Arteta out of his tactical area? Because the rules don't apply to Mikel Arteta, Suleiman. You should know that by now, dude. Arteta can do whatever the fuck he wants. He could be standing on the edge of the 18-yard box, apparently. Another ball out looking for Salah, or excuse me, Szoboszlai this time, that's overhit. MX Xavier said, I think Wirtz is not ready to start. I think you could say that about 3 or 4 different players, to be honest, mate. But for today, it seems to be Wirtz that everybody wants to have a go at. Calafiori now, centre circle. He goes back. Rice. Marino. Marino again, back to Rice. Oh, it's a fairly turgid affair so far, this one, isn't it? Yes, Verge, hit it. Hit it! Why the fuck? Hit it! Somebody hit! Fuck me! Virgil has a clean shot on goal. Wins the ball high up the pitch. He's clean through in the 18-yard box and he tries to pass it. For the love of God. Look at this. Hit it! We haven't had a sniff. Virgil wins it high up the pitch. He's on the 18-yard box. Just put the boot through it and he tries to square it. Without a doubt, the best chance of the game so far. Well done, Dom. Come on, boys. Now that's got to be a yellow. That better be a yellow for Zubamendi. How is that not a yellow, Cavani, you little gimp? It's the same as stopping the other counter-attack. Fucking hell. More two-tier refereeing again. Our DM, 1 foul yellow. They stop a counter-attack. Just a free kick. And that was petulant because he lost the ball. Fucking state of it. Madueke now. Up against Kirkes again. Ricochet over the bar and it's an Arsenal corner. Again, Kirkes gets the block in. Fair play. I know it's a corner, but Kirkes is getting these blocks in. Time after time, he's sticking to his task against Madueke and getting a block in. Can anybody try and explain the difference to me between Are stopping a counter-attack and a yellow, and Arsenal Zubimendi stopping a counter-attack and it not being a yellow. Both with challenges from behind. Again, makey uppy rules. Another Arsenal corner swung in. Goes right behind this time. Liverpool players surrounding Marino and asking him why he's fallen to the ground. Virgil now just having a chat with Chris Kavanagh. They're such a bunch of bitches. Aston, they did change the VAR, yes. John Brooks is now in. Michael Salisbury was dropped after his poor performance in the Chelsea game. Why are refs so inconsistent? I know, mate. I don't disagree. 8 minutes plus stoppage time in the first half, and what's been a fairly lifeless affair. Come on, boys. Best chance of the game probably fell to Virgil, and he refused to shoot. Well done, Dom. I have to say, our two fullbacks I've been very impressed with today in Dom and in Kirkes. Yes, maybe they're losing foot races occasionally against faster guys, but they're getting back into position and they're getting their blocks in. They're trying to stop crosses. Any chance you make him take the throw-in, ref, is just going to give him all day. Canade, Gyökeres, ball back, strike, blocked, ricochets back out to Calafiori, strike, wide. Oh, fucking ref changing the rules now. So VAR now gives corners, ladies and gents. That's what we found out. The VAR and the now give corners and change the ref's mind. So that's another rule change we've fucking just learned of. Gives a goal kick, then gets something in his ear, gives a corner. Apparently the rules have now changed. More Arsenal throwing themselves to the ground looking for penalties like bitches. They're such a fucking horrible team. Aaron said the refs are the most difficult team to face. Yeah, and they never have any accountability, mate. Liverpool throw in. Right, come on, boys. Try to get on with it quickly. Oh, Jesus. Second balls. Come on. We control that into there. Fuck me. Second balls. Come on. Jesus Christ, lads. Come backwards. Maka to Virgil. Maka. Wirtz back to Maka. Again, another ball to nobody, straight to an Arsenal player. Again, we win it and give it straight back to them. Fuck's sake. Just aren't keeping possession. And then when we do get into the attacking third of the pitch, very quickly we're turning over possession again. What are you... That Calafiori is some bitch. Honestly, he is a mahoosive bitch. Every time. The ball wasn't even nearly going out and he was appealing for stuff. He's such a whiny little Arteta gimp. Salah's foul there for Gabriel. Referee's official flags for a free kick. Ekitike is getting no support in and around him. None. Another free kick against Arsenal. No sign of the referee going to his book at all. Foul after foul after foul. That's Zubamendi's third one I can think of. Again, nothing doing. RDM, one foul, yellow. Zubamendi, all day. The fuck are we going backwards with free kicks, Virgil? Just moving the ball around the back line. Oh, so defensively minded from both sides. It's a tough watch, this. Owen said Arsenal winning the midfield battle, worried about that. We're just not committing enough forward. But I understand it. It feels like both managers are going to try win this in the 70th minute onwards. But it looks of the way this game's panning out, it's almost like a game of chess where we're cancelling each other out in a lot of areas. Back to him. Somebody show. Oh, Jesus Christ. Again, we're not holding the ball up. Not strong enough. Ekitike this time bullied off the ball. But 8 handballs there by the Arsenal player ref, for fuck's sake. Maka now. He's got players with him. Ekitike reverses it. Why are our boys so afraid to shoot? Oh, fuck's sake. Always trying one extra pass when we get towards the penalty area for no reason. Captain Calculus said, listen to you, Craig. TV New Zealand commentary is like listening to Arsenal fan TV. Unlistenable. Well, thanks. I'm glad you're with us, mate, but it feels like we don't want to shoot today. Got into 2 positions on the edge of the box. Virgil with one passes it. Another one there passed it. This time it's Ekitike. Just shoot. Right, we're into the stoppage time part of the first half now, which will be 1 minute. How the fuck did he come up with 1 minute? Arsenal had an injury and made a substitution. And there have been free kicks and stops and corners. He's come up 1 minute. 1 minute. Now a little free kick to Arsenal on the halfway line as Kanade fells Gyökeres. Look at this. Arsenal players are such chancers. They are such a bunch of kids throwing themselves to the ground over and over and over. Might as well call themselves Arsenal Atletico. It's honestly pathetic. Every single time, just throw themselves on the ground and hope for a penalty from the ref. Right, it's half time. In what has been a fairly lifeless first 45, but it is scoreless at the break. And I don't think we've had a shot on target in the game. Feels like there's been too much respect shown from both sides out there, but Aaron says, I'll blame anyone I want. Will you, Aaron? Well, let's see how well that works for you, dickhead. Hope it was worth the ban, Aaron, because I'm going to enjoy banning you now. See you, Aaron. Hope it was worth it. Remember, respecting our community is a minimum, and you aren't showing it. So, bye-bye. Chad, I'm unfamiliar with the rule that the ref has to change his call when Arsenal complains. Forgive me for not knowing it. I'm American. They're such an unlikable team, aren't they? The Arsenal lads. Like, supposed to be big, hard, physical, strong units, remember? 6 foot plus players, 5 of them. And all they do is just throw themselves on the ground at every opportunity. Push, push, push in set pieces and then fall to the ground, hoping the ref bails them out with a penalty. Double standards officiating yet again. One foul from Gravenberch, yellow card. Zubamendi stops a counter-attack, nothing doing. Another foul in the middle of the park, nothing doing. But ultimately, it's a boring game. And there has been little give from either side in it. And something there will change in the second half, because this looks like both teams are playing out an aimless draw at the minute. But it's also just been too much respect all around from both sides. Roger said Arsenal play the most boring scumbag football. Yep. This is the problem I see with Arsenal, right? As a neutral observer. They don't want to win the league. They want to not lose the league. That's the way I see it. They don't have the flair to go out there and win games of football. So they try to bore their way into winning and get a set piece or a breakaway. Not even a breakaway, a set piece, something, a penalty. They're just so anti-football. How anybody supports Arteta's brand of football, I don't know. It's turgid and boring. I'd like a bit more from Anfield, to be honest. So I can't hear Danny. So I've no idea what the atmosphere in there is like. But I understand where you're coming from if it isn't great. Gary, I absolutely agree with you, sir. 100%. That half is why Arsenal won't win the league under Arteta. He overthinks it, and all he gets is into the players' heads. We've got this second half. It's a touch of what Guardiola often does in big matches, as you said there, Gary, which is overthink it. And definitely feels like they don't want to lose this game, and that's enough for them. But let's see what the second half brings. Will we have another refereeing call to discuss? Let's wait and see. So far, though, let's talk about our boys. Gotta say, Kirkes, Szoboszlai, faultless. Faultless first half. Kanade, very good first half. Virgil winning everything aerially. So we're not giving up too much. That's important. You know, people are saying stop giving Arsenal corners. I get that. But the only reason they've got a few of those corners is because Kirkes has done his job, which is not letting Madueke get that ball across. He's got a block in from a shot. He's got 2 or 3 blocks in from crosses. I like that. So I'm very happy with that. And I want to give our defence their props today because they've held theirs. Midfield, it hasn't been great. From all of them. McAllister, Wirtz, Gravenberch's done his job to an extent, but it hasn't been great. Up top, Ugo's getting nothing. No support. Every time he's up there, it's him on his own fighting against 2 centre-backs and men around him. Salah and Gakpo need to find ways, in my opinion, to get closer to Ekitike to give him something to work with. EG Soccer said 4 centre-backs, 3 central defensive midfielders flopping and wasting time, 0 honour. Declan said, feels like second gear FC versus set piece FC. Crispy Dipper said, don't like the play, reminds me of City too slow. I can't disagree with you. Like, anybody who's coming in to complain about the flow of the game or, us in possession, I do understand where you're coming from. It just feels too respectful, and both sides are intent on keeping it tight and not making any major errors. So let's look at the first half chances. They're at a minimum for both sides. The best chance of the whole game came when Raya played a ball out. Virgil does really well, presses high, wins it up the pitch, and for some inexplicable reason, doesn't hit it. Now, we know Virgil can strike a ball, and he's about 16 yards out, and he tries to square it. I don't get it. Just put the laces through it. But that's probably been about the best chance of the game. At times when Arsenal have gotten in behind their fullbacks, I've been really happy with the way Szoboszlai and Kirkes have stuck to their task and got back in. They've lost a few foot races, but they've doubled back around. So yeah, look, defensively, much better, but not a lot going forward. So is that the trade-off? Let's wait and see what the second half brings. This one, Rusba, said, we're too scared of losing and not keen on winning. Well, you could say that for both teams. Now, you could also argue, sir, that the onus should be on us as the home side, but I guess whatever the result is at the end of the 90 will dictate whether this has been worth it or not. So if we find a way to go and win a game 1-0, we'll say this has been worth it. I'm sure the Arsenal side would say the same. But as a neutral, if you're watching this, it's not a great advertisement for the Premier League, is it? It's not a rip-roaring battle of the two best. It's pretty chess master versus chess master. It's not great. It's not great viewing. VI Joker said, I'd like Wirtz to be a little closer to the front three. I 100% agree. We need to get people in and around the front three, because Ekitike has nothing up there. He's fighting off the defenders and he's got no support whatsoever. So that's a good point. Who should be the one getting closer? Yeah, probably Wirtz, but it's hard to know whether all this is under instruction, as maybe Arne wants to see how Arsenal line up, see how things are moving, and I'm sure adjustments will be made at half-time from both coaches in the dressing room, and hopefully us attacking the cop end as well second half should bring a bit more life to it. Nessie said, Arsenal are just 11 Bruno Fernandes. Kyle said, as the ref lost his cards, dive from Marino, constant fouls, nothing given, very scrappy. They're such... Here's the way I always describe this. Arsenal lads are big strapping fellas. Could you imagine them walking down the high street in London with their family and somebody brushing into them and then flopping around the way they do? No. I don't like to use the word cheats, but they're looking for easy decisions. They're looking to buy their way to a victory with a penalty or something like that. And it's shameful. It really is. But that's the way they are, and it isn't going to change, which is why we can't give the ref any decisions to make. They grapple from every set piece. They push. As soon as the ball comes near them, flop on the ground and hope the ref bails them out. It's not great to look at. It's not great for kids to be seen either, looking up to these lads. Kasuara said, man, I feel bad for Wirtz. I feel bad for the shit he's having to probably see online, when he looks back over this, because it's not just him. The entire midfield hasn't been close enough to the attackers, as you've said. The entire midfield hasn't been helping us to develop an attack. The entire midfield seems a little bit off the pace. And I don't understand why Wirtz is the only one coming in for that criticism from people, because Mack has done the same. Gravenberg's now walking another tightrope on the yellow. Salah hasn't been able to get into the game. Gakpo's had one half chance where he came in off the left-hand side and dragged the shot wide. So there's a lot from the midfield forward to be unhappy about. But I think it is important that we haven't really given up much either, because small margins can win and lose these games. So is it the trade-off of less attack to be more defensively sound? Let's see. The game will become more stretched at some point. There's no denying that. That game, somebody is going to loosen the reins a little bit and it will open up a bit. But right now, it's a hard watch. Bumbadog said Verts will get there. Movement is good, but his passing and chemistry with the crew is low. At present, he will learn the pace and strength of the league. I agree. Verts needs to play as a 10 and stop tracking back, said Josh. Again, it's hard to know, Josh, isn't it, what the instruction is from the manager. I imagine it is to come back and help out. But, right now, it's certainly not an entertaining affair. But this happens a lot, over the years, especially so early into the season. I guess it'll all be worth it if we find a way through and get a breakthrough. But if not, it's going to feel frustrating and another half to go. Stargirl said Kirkes has had a lot of pressure and handled it. I've been very pleased with. Look, defensively today, I have no complaints so far. They've looked much, much more solid, much more dependable, much more focused. No complaints from me about how we've defended so far. I think Canada has been faultless. Kalmapapi said, I really think Rio would change the game, but give so much to Ugo. Gakpo, too predictable, and the people in the chat chill out on Verts. It'll be really interesting to see if he does feel like he can turn to Rio and Gamoa for the reason that you said, mate, especially in front of the cop. Really, I'm sure he's still buzzing off his late winner as well against Newcastle. Mateo, how are you, sir? Said, if still tied at 80, put Rio in. 2 winners in a row. Dom has been our best defender, not named VVD. I think Kirkes has been right up there as well, Mateo. I think the whole back line, I have no complaints about today. I really love the way Kirkes has stuck to his task against Madueke. Even if he loses the foot race, he's getting himself back into position, getting the blocks in, which is what I want from my fullbacks. Problem is, against Arsenal, that often, of course, results in a corner, and we know how good they are from set pieces. So it's like a double-edged sword that. Stop the crosses, which they're doing, but usually the result of that is a set piece. Tomek said, bring on Rio. I love it. I love that we all have that excitement and desire for Rio to come on. Fair play. I love it. I love that he's won us all over already. Owen, I knew Gyökeres is food for Canada and Virgil. We play so well versus physical strikers. Kirkes has looked better, but stop playing Wirtz as a deep-line playmaker. Watching Arsenal is so exhausting. Yeah, it ain't easy, Owen. I appreciate that, mate. King 7th said, I can't stand Neville commentating our games. Is there a way he can get binned? Because everything we do is that was lucky from Liverpool. He has a mad, weird love affair with this Arsenal team, doesn't he? And I've never really gotten it. But he can't shower praise enough on Arsenal. And yeah, I don't like him on our games. But thankfully, I don't have to listen to him because, I'm here with you guys. Bumbadog said, I have seen a bad tendency for us to play long ball and then our players stand off and allow the opposing team to win the header. Unopposed, same in every game. Shield match, Newcastle today, bizarre. I've said for years that we seem to be the worst team in the league at picking out one of our players when we win an aerial battle. Far too often we're just heading into areas and nothing's happening. So yes, I agree. We also need to get, as many of you have pointed out correctly, more runners in and around players when we do get up the other end of the pitch. I have to say, I really have been impressed with all of your takes on that first half. I know we all see things differently about who we think is doing this well or not, but honestly, I think everything you guys are saying at half-time, you're spot on. It's very difficult. Not that I want to ever push back against you, but credit to you all. You're spot on. Right. We are a few minutes away, so I want to fly back through these super chats. Just been giggling at the Anfield Road stand pre-game and the fans seemed loud. Either atmosphere has died off or it's not coming across well on TV. Shame, said Dan. Thank you, Dan. Rajat said, Arsenal can play however they want. We need to play like champions on the field and step up the game. Well, I do appreciate what you're saying, Rajat, and the onus is on us as the home team. But also, if we scrape this 1-0, I won't care how we've played. If we don't win it and we lose it 1-0, I will absolutely be frustrated with it. But the result is the important part of this today, and hopefully we can find a way to get that win. Dave's random video said Verts is a genius F off trolls. Thank you, Dave. Dingo said, let's go for the second half. We are at home. Oh, I imagine the game will open up at some point. It will. And we are playing into our favourite end, the Cop second half. So, yeah, I'm sure Arne has made some adjustments in there at half time. Scratching Claimer said, our wingers don't put fear in defenders. I don't disagree with that. That's why a lot of people are shouting for young Rio. Wirtz might be better in the left coming inside with his frame. He got bodied in the middle of the park so far. His technical abilities are yet to show. His technical abilities are absolutely there to see. Look at the movement and the manipulation when he gets the ball of trying to step into a space. It's not coming off, but you can absolutely see it, Sam. There have been, what I would say, moments that are 90% of the way to him opening up their defence to find an attacking space, and it just hasn't come off yet. But I get that you might not think he's up to speed and all that, but you can see the flashes of why he's so good in there, in my opinion. Itachi said, seems like we're missing a forward who shoots on target. Wonder if we can get one up the Reds. I wonder. So Connor Bradley's deep in discussion with Arne here in the tunnel. So it does look as if maybe Bradley's going to be getting the nod in a little bit. I think he's probably sent in to do a bit of a warm-up again. Right, second half about to get underway. Big 45 minutes, last before the international break. Right, we are underway with the second half. Ball goes back to Virgil, who launches the ball out long right-hand side. Ball goes out off. I thought it went off Calafiori, but it must have went off Salah because it's an Arsenal throw. Booty the Bear said it's clear our attack didn't have any chemistry. They didn't, and we just couldn't hold on to the ball up there as well, mate. Definitely agree that we aren't able to move it through the lines as well as you would want and expect with the personnel we brought in. Nagy said we need Chiesa in, he creates chances. I'm just trying to fly through these before the half. I can get back into comms. We'll definitely like to see Salah and Gakpo push in for Ekitike. Also Wirtz when he pushes up. Agree, Josh. Need to get people supporting in and around him. Really good shout. Feel tactically we're not doing Wirtz favours, said Dave. Yeah, we're not giving him freedom, mate. He's in a role where he does have to, as many have said, be a bit deeper, track him back, and he's at his best with a bit of freedom to find those pockets of space. Again, though, I do expect it to open up second half. Arsenal immediately trying the ball over the top. That's hit too long for Martinelli. Goes behind for Liverpool goal kick. I'd love to have been in that Liverpool dressing room to hear what Arne thought and how he thought we could manipulate this game in our favour. Right, 1 minute, or excuse me, we're almost up to 47. I'll do a sync of 47 for you. Goal kick to Liverpool, the Virgil's going along with. Ball breaks down. Again, Ekitike losing that physical battle there at Mosquera. Right, it is coming up to 47, so it is now 47 minutes and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Liverpool in possession with Canade out to Soboslai. Not much on for him again, so we tracked back to Canade, who's under pressure from Gyökeres, so he goes back to Allison. Dangerous ball that, but thankfully Gravenberch was fouled in the back there from Rice. Liverpool getting on with it quickly. Gravenberch to Virgil. There was one here I need to just get through quickly. Leach said, big up James Milner, paying tribute to Jota with that celebration. Absolutely, it was a lovely touch there. Right. Soboslai to Salah. Ball in. Ekitike takes a touch. Oh, are we going to get a corner? No, ball stays in play. Ekitike out there with Calafiori, who wins a free kick, of course. Of course, because Arsenal can grapple all they want. Liverpool do it and people lose their minds. Ay, ay, ay. Sorry, I was just banning somebody from the chat for a bit of racism, which of course has no place. Absolute scumbags. But then again, that's what you get on the internet sometimes. No, we haven't had a corner yet, Russ, mate. We haven't. Right, short with the goal kick again. Back out to Virgil. To Gravenberg. Kirkes. Oh my God, boys. So bad. Liverpool throw in. Just aren't able to move the ball through the lines at all yet. I don't know if that's credit to Arsenal or if it's just too many poor touches from us, but we're not able to find any space. He said the N-word backwards, the real Johnny Sins. He spelled it backwards, trying to be a smart arse. Oh, come on, Ibu, get back at him. Stand him, stand up, stand up. Yes, Ibu, good challenge. Throw into Arsenal, down by the corner flag, inside our half. Arsenal now going backwards from the throw into the halfway line. Now they're inside their own half. This has been such an anti-football match. Soboslai. So here's a comment from Peter Schmeichel. It's not lived up to the expectations. You need two teams to give a good game of football, and there is only one team trying to play football, and that's Liverpool. I'll finish that in a second. Gravenberg drags the shot wide from about 25 yards. I don't want to insult Arsenal, but their brand of football is so annoying to watch. It's designed to exploit opponents while waiting for set pieces. He's not wrong, is he? He's not wrong, Peter Schmeichel. It's anti-football, and this is why Arsenal won't win a league. Because they play cowardly football. Oh, your decision, sir. Your decision. If you need to hit the sack off your pop. Rice now. Well done, Dom. Well done again, Dominic. Grav brings it away now to Salah. Again, Salah's pass. Again. Finds an Arsenal player. Every time Salah gets the ball in this game, he's giving it straight back to Arsenal. Canade now on the burst up front. He loses the ball. Get back into position. Get back in. Oh, for fuck's sake. Kirkes now up against Madueke again. Verge there with him. Another Arsenal corner. Well done, Kirkes. Stuck to his task again. Travis said, found you during the January transfer window and have loving this and the Clips channel. Thank you, mate. Excited for the first full season, Sarasota, Florida. Much love to you, Travis. Thank you, sir. I'm glad you found us and I'm glad you're enjoying the content, bro. Hopefully we have a season to remember. Another corner here to anti-football Arsenal. Maka let go of his shirt. Cross in. Canade heads it away. Well done, E-boot. And Arsenal go back to their keeper. Soboslai. Canade. This is Kev's stepdaughter, Sarah. Just want to say hello to all the Liverpool fans and hope you're enjoying the game. Kev is an amazing stepdad. Thanks for keeping them entertained. Oh, that's so kind of you, Sarah. Appreciate that. I'm sure Kev does as well. Right, Virgil. Out to Dom. To Canade. To Alisson. Liverpool throw in far side. No, Arsenal throw in apparently. Far side of the pitch. Referee, of course. Even though Liverpool feel it was our throw in, the ref gives it to Arsenal. Curtis Jones looks like he's warming up. He's putting his shin pads in. Gravenberch. To McAllister. Oh, fuck's sake. Again, we end up going backwards and letting Arsenal get back and set themselves up defensively. Salah. The Soboslai. McAllister. Wirtz. Canade to Virgil. Finley said, starting uni again on Tuesday. Can't wait. Enjoy it, my man. Enjoy it. Is that rain? Yeah, it's pissing rain out there now. Ball in behind, looking for Salah. Chests it down. Puts in a cross. Doesn't get past the first fucking man again. At what point is the manager going to take Salah off and realise that he is just not with it at the minute? Because once again, he does well, gets himself into the Arsenal penalty area, and then cuts inside, and the cross gets blocked by the first man, which is Declan Rice in this one. Over and over and over and over again, every time he gets the ball. Well done, Alisson. Again, a little bit of uncertainty at the heart of the defence for a second. Arsenal go long with it. Again, Canade wrestling with Gyökeres rather than trying to get the ball. Then Madueke flicks it up over Virgil, but thankfully Alisson comes out. Canada to Virgil. Almost at the hour mark now. Maka out to Soboslai. Salah back to Dom. Jesus Christ. Gravenberch now. Canade. Maka. Soboslai. Back again to Virgil. He tries a diag that's straight to the Arsenal defender. Second ball now in midfield. Marino is such... they're so infuriating to watch, Arsenal. They use physicality when they think they're going to win the battle. Then as soon as they think they're losing the physical battle, they fall to the floor over and over and over again. Virgil, ball into Dom. Out now to Gravenberch. Back to Maka. The Wirtz. Hit it! Penalty ref, surely! Goal! Goal! 1-0! Flag, no? Flag's up. Fuck. Ball's in the net, but flag's up. Let's have a look at this. So ball into Wirtz. He's offside. He's offside. There's no denying Ekitike's offside. It's the right call. It's clear he's off. There's no arguing that. It's not a pen. He's offside. It's not a pen. He's offside. Closest in the game so far. Stand up, Ibu. That's it, Dom. Salah, back to Dom. Well done, boys. That was better, though. Come on, boys. More of that, please. Let's go. It wasn't a pass when Ekitike was onside. It was a shot, and when he shot, the player was offside in the second phase. Like, let's not try and reinvent the rules of football to suit a narrative. The shot came, our player was offside when the shot was hit, keeper parries, then the player becomes active in the second phase. Another block from Canade. Well done, Ibu, but it'll be an Arsenal corner. Gay starting for us for Crystal Palace, by the way, in that game. Jones is on for Maka as well, by the way, in a change that we didn't really get a chance to talk about during the whole incident. So just to confirm, Maka off, Curtis Jones on. And the chance for Arsenal from the corner flies over the bar, goal kick Liverpool. So yeah, just to confirm, Mark Gay does start today for Crystal Palace. There was a bit of a collision there between Calafiori and Canade. Both men had eyes for the ball, nothing sinister in it, but they're back up on their feet. Virgil now carrying out defence. He gets felled pretty much on the halfway line. Come on, boys. Gravenberch. Allison goes long. Second ball drops to Wirtz. Soboslai, lovely ball infield to Jones. Jones now out to Gakpo. Got Kirkes on the overlap. Gakpo strike. Straight into the arms of the keeper. Right, Cody, that's two now. You've had two shots. Next time, pass the ball. Well in. Well won again. Wirtz. To Salah. That's shocking, Mo. That is absolutely shocking again from Mo. Gets the ball. Verge is injured by the looks of this. Maybe it's just a knock. I think it's just a knock. Ball comes into Salah. Tries to take a first touch to set himself. It's too heavy. Arsenal defender gets back at him and clears it. Just, again, Salah, he has to be replaced at this point in the game. This is 3 games into the season now and he still looks way off the pace. Allison pings one out left, looking for Cody, who heads it down again. Don't know who the fuck he's heading that to, but it's straight to an Arsenal player. Canade in a foot race against Gyökeres. And Gyökeres runs out of pitch. Well done, Ibu. Again, good defender, big man. Right, ball played into the channel to Salah again. Up against Calafiori. Salah outside of the foot pass. Too close to the keeper. Carl said, Craig, what did Liverpool do to win this game? Well, we're starting to, in my opinion, Carl, wrestle control of it now. So, you know, so far, go on, Mo, pass it. Oh, fuck's sake, again! Salah's just running into blind alleys and not passing the ball. Come on, Mo. We're up in the ante a bit. We are starting to wrestle control of the game, but they're about to bring on Eze. Let's see if we match that and bring on Rio. Odegaard going to come on now as well for Arsenal. Come on, boys. Quarter of the game to go. Unlucky. Tried slide rule ball through to Ekatike. Just a little bit too much zip on it and it goes through to Raya. Come on, boys. Free kick. Thank you. Linesman spotted foul from Madueke on Milosh. Surely it's time to give Fede 20, lads. If we're supposed to believe Chiesa's ready to be a forward and an option in the team, I can't see a world where common sense doesn't dictate he comes on now for Salah. I'm calling it as I see this game. And in this game, you could argue Salah and Gakpo should probably both be replaced. And let's say Chiesa and Rio given a chance. That's my take on it. Arsenal taking off Marino and taking off Martinelli. Going to bring on Eze and Odegaard. First thing I'll be doing to Odegaard is shouldering him straight away. Checking out how recovered that shoulder of his is. Alisson goes long again. Come on, boys. That's it. Get stuck in. Second balls. Oh, lucky there, boys. We were lucky. Jones. Gravenberch. Gakpo. Fell. Free kick Liverpool. Virgil tries to get on with it quickly, but the ball was moving. The ball was rolling. The referee's right. Suleiman said Arsenal didn't even play well and we can't score. Yes, but you're neglecting one huge important factor there, mate. Arsenal are playing uber defensively not to lose. That's why they haven't looked great in attack, mate. Because they didn't come to win the game. They came not to lose it. So it's not really that we're awful, although we haven't been great, but it's anti-football from Arsenal yet again. Corner to Liverpool, though. Corner in. Headed away by the Arsenal defender. Second ball back out to Gravenberch. Szoboszlai. Not much on there, so he has to go backwards again. And now we're back with Alisson. Szoboszlai. Oh, that was risky from Dom. Lovely ball that to Wirtz. Salah. Hit it! Hit it! Why did you take a fucking touch? Jesus, Mo! 16-year-old kid showed you what to do. And he takes it to... Oh my God! The ball's laid off the Salah from Wirtz. All he has to do is hit it. Left foot, wrap it round it and hit it. And he takes a touch. A 16-year-old kid last week showed more courage in that position. That is shocking. "16-year-old kid hit it first time. Salah, pro, 33, takes a touch for what? No need for the touch. Ball was rolled to him perfectly. Wrap your foot around it and hit it. Hit it, hit it. Blocked again. The ball wasn't behind Salah, Marty. Stop that. Stop it, mate. The ball wasn't behind him. He had every chance to hit that first time, mate. Let's not make up excuses. I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything, but come on, dude. Feels like we've got to make this pressure over the last 10, 15 count now. Jones. Kirkes. Gakpo. Cuts back inside. Lays it off to Grafenberg. Verts could have hit that, might be. He could have. Scout Stewart, absolutely, mate. He could have taken a shot. I hear you on that one. But when he did lay it off, Salah should have hit it first time. There's another one from Mo. Guess what he's done? Gets the ball, cuts inside, has the pass blocked, and gives away possession. Again, this the 6th time I've counted in this game he's done that. $15 to go. Still scoreless. Marty, all good, bro. All good. No problem with us disagreeing, mate, every now and again. Yeah, all good. I totally get it. We see things differently, man. That's football, isn't it? Oh, well done, Canada. Well done. All good, Marty, my man. All good. Right. Rice. Madueke now. Game starting, like I said, to get a little bit more stretched. Arsenal, thankfully, slip when the ball was played to Calafiori and it goes out for a Liverpool throw left side. Here comes Fede. Who's a 4? Gakpo. Or is Arnold changing his mind? Is Arnold changing his mind? It'll be Ekatike again. Salah can't get sub for some reason. Kanate's injured now. Kanate's down injured. No problem with Fede coming on, but he's going to come on to replace Ekatike, and Salah again going to get through a game without being subbed. Where he doesn't deserve to still be on the pitch. Sometimes it feels like Arna has these subs made in his mind before the game even happens. The LFC pundit, can you stop with the negativity? Like, firstly, a second ago you're pissing and moaning about Jones saying he's thrashing, he offers nothing, and now you're moaning about Canade being injured all the time. I'm sorry, mate, but I'm not listening to it. It's nonsense. So you can disappear and fuck off to your own channel or whatever it is you do, because your comments are just horrendous, mate. In no way supportive, nothing but just abusing our own players and slagging them off. Go to another channel and do it, mate, because I don't want to listen to you. Anybody else at least is putting in some productive comments. This isn't working because of this, or this isn't working because of that. You're just hating for the sake of it, and I don't want it. Kanade going off injured, and so's Ekatika. Well, not injured. Ekatika is going off, but lads, look, give Kanade his flowers today. I know he's going off injured, but he was top notch. No complaints from me about the big man today. Top notch from Ibu. Disagree with that substitution of Ekatike for Chiesa, not because I don't want Fede on, because again, how is Salah still on the pitch? Salah and Gakpo should have been the first two forwards to be looked at, but now once again, Ekatike has to go because Arna has it in his head he can't play 90. Good ball. Jones now. Kirkes. Ball fired in. Oh, lucky. Arsenal just about clear the lines. Just over 10 minutes to go. Ball goes out. Ref brings it back for a Liverpool throw in. Come on. 10, just over 10 to go, folks. Johnny, thank you, mate. Johnny Cader, appreciate you, mate. Thank you. So again, let's give Ibu his props today. I thought he was very... Our whole defence has been very good today. Virgil. To Gomez. Right, Joe, you know the drill. Up there, 98-minute header, Joe, to win the game. That'll do us. Dom, who's also been brilliant today. So, Chris, I agree with you about people saying Salah do nothing, but how often does he do something good, pop up with something special? Great, but you can't just continuously ignore poor form in that hope, right? But I totally appreciate where you're coming from. But you also have to talk about what you're seeing. And Salah today has been not right again. But again, I totally do appreciate what you're speaking about. He can have a moment, but, you know, how do you balance that out with what's best for the team? Jay Riddle said, Chiesa to win a pen, Salah to finish it. Zubimendi, by the way, finally gets his booking that he should have had a long time ago. Nathan said, I do agree he's been poor. So we've a free kick, which I would say is too far out to shoot from personally. Soboslai over it, Cody over it, Mo over it, Virgil standing there talking with them as well. Right, let's deal with this free kick. We gonna hit it, boys, or what do we do here? I mean, maybe hit it and hope for the second ball, maybe off the keeper or something, but let's see. Soboslai to hit it anyway. Oh my god! Oh my god! Dominic Soboslai has just scored an absolute worldie. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy shit! 1-0. What a free kick! Oh, oh my god! Oh, Sabrina, get the tissues! Oh my god! What? Oh my god! Oh my god! What have I just seen? Oh my days! Oh, look at it, yeah, this angle. Oh my god, that's ridiculous! That is ridiculous! Oh my god! What? Oh my god! What on earth? What a strike! Oh, Dominic Szoboszlai. Wow. Wow. Oh my days. 1-0 to the Reds. Dominic Szoboszlai with a free kick from about 25-30 yards. Absolute belter of a strike. Oh lads, that's my favourite free kick I've seen Liverpool score in years. That is absolutely incredible. There's our boy. How are we, Ben? Said that's the best free kick I've seen since Ronaldo's. Oh, honestly, Ben, it was. Oh, hang on. Eze. Yes, Liverpool do enough to snuff that one out. Brian said glorious. Thank you, Brian. It was. As is your super chat as always, sir. Oh my god. I think our friend Drawdy there nailed it. It had a bang of the Ronaldo's about it. Arsenal doing their usual here. Let's jump on the ground and hope the referee bails us out with a pen. Oh, look at that. Eze's learned the Arsenal way already here. Fall to the ground and pray the referee bails you out. It's the Arteta way, don't you know? Take that, you anti-footballing clowns. Did you see that ball dip? Yeah. It defo had the schwaz, if you want to say that. Went to the dump station, then we score. My luck. Oh mate, what a goal though. That goal, I'm getting a still image of that. That is just absolutely incredible. Incredible goal. Nope. Arsenal now with Gyökeres. He's been Dominic Szoboszlai. Oh, ball breaks to Madueke. Yes, Alisson. Yes, boys. Love that strength from Kirkes. Love it. Love it. Miloš been up for the fight today. Nessie said, Trent replacement. Oh, hello. Oh, honestly, you're not going to see a better free kick this season than that. That was absolutely delicious. So just to confirm again, loads of people will be saying to me, Mark A does start. Oh, Jones wins it back. Plays it to Salah. Same old, same old. Salah cuts inside, runs straight into defenders. Arsenal now counter-attacking from Salah giving the ball away again. Cross in. Gyökeres gets a touch, but thankfully we do enough to put him off. That again, counter-attack came from Salah, getting the ball on the edge of the opposition penalty area and running straight into Arsenal players and giving the ball away. It's an Arsenal corner, but again, it comes from Mo, giving it away. Wirtz is down now. I think he's got a dead leg by the looks of it. Adam said, Kirkes has been on point today, Craig. I logged in as you shouted for the goal. It is here's the free kick again. Yeah, show it again. Good man. The more I see it. Oh, ref cam. Yeah, let's have a look at ref cam as well for it. Daddy Daycare Dom there with the absolute belt of a free kick. Yeah, Vert's coming off here. Looks like he's a dead leg. Just above his right knee. Here comes Endo. Gum shield in. Ready to go. Corner to defend though, folks. Arsenal bringing on Max Dowman as well now. For Madueke. So Madueke off, Max Dowman on. Right, boys. Defend this corner. It's Odegaard to swing it in now with his left boot. Headed away by Joe Gomez. Yes, Joseph. That's it, boys. Force them back, yes. Second balls. To Odegaard. Back out again to Dowman now. Stand them up. Stand them up. Yes, boys. Our best player this season. I love you in Hungarian, which is Zertiek. What a goal, lad. All we need is time, Craig. Character, quality is all there. Thank you, Victor. 7 minutes added on. 7? 7 minutes added on here. Down has it again. Out there, wide right. Dom again, heads it away. Salah now. Hooks the ball away. Second balls. Come on, boys. Second balls. We're losing every one. Stand, Joe. Stand. Odegaard. It's funny how, Arsenal can play decent attacking football when they need to, isn't it? Overhit cross from Arsenal. Ball goes all the way out on the far side for a Liverpool throw. And Urian Timber's down now for Arsenal. Marty said Vert's leg got tired of giving Salah perfect balls. Love it, Marty. Love it. Right, boys. Come on. 6 and a bit minutes. Finley Ears Guitar said Verts looked better today, showing positive signs. Thank you, Finley. Right, so cramps up all over the place there. So far, Arteta hasn't won a game at Anfield in his managerial career. It's good to see the Arsenal moaning happen over and over and over and over again. Come on, boys. Second balls. Win them all now. Come on. Second balls. Yes, well in. Well in, Dom. Lee Judges thinks Soboslai was terrible today. But then he hasn't got a fucking clue what he's looking at, does he? Come on, boys. Keep going. Come on, Milos. Yes, son. What a tackle, Milos Kerkez. Yes, son. Oh, unlucky. And a beautiful ball to Chiesa as well. What a challenge from Milos Kerkez. What a tackle. Right, boys. Come on. Close them gaps. Keeper. Ooh. Why are you palming that back into play, Allison? Jesus Christ. Well away. Ali giving me palpitations. Come on. And away. Come on, boys. Come on. Yes, Gravenberg. Go on, Mo. Can you keep it in? Can you keep it in? No, unlucky. 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 Come on, boys. Arsenal halfway line again with Calafiori. Come on, boys. Odegaard to Rice. Don't forget, we'll have our man of the match poll in the match reaction coming up. Eze's done well there, but Liverpool get back at him. Oh, Szoboszlai's touch is heavy. Stand them. Stand them up. Arsenal throw in. Just over a minute and a bit of stoppage time to go. Arteta once again. Miles outside his technical area, but sure, doesn't count, does it? Long throw coming here from Calafiori. Ball thrown in. Stand up. Second balls. Hook it away. Yes, Milos. Yes, fella. Hook it away. That's it. So if you want to take part in our player ratings and you'd like to submit yours, folks, do make sure you scan the QR code in the bottom corner in that green square to join the WhatsApp community. That is where we ask you to put in your player rating votes. Here we go. Come on, boys. Chiesa. Give it to Mo. Give it to Mo. Okay, don't give it to Mo. Hit it. Oh, unlucky, but he's won a corner. He's won a corner, Fede. That'll do, son. That'll do. Carl said, will Salah ever be subbed? I don't know, mate. I don't care at this point. Just see this out now. Corner to Liverpool, deep in Arsenal's half. And yet somehow we've given the ball away. Endo, just drag him back. That's it, fella. That's it. Fucking no shame in it. Take the yellow. Take the yellow, Endo. Nothing wrong with it. How did we manage to give away possession deep in their half from a corner that quick? I don't know. Right, ref. We've had 8 minutes of your 7 now. Nothing stupid here. Come on, win this ball. Yes, Virgil. Referee, blow her up. It's over. 1-0. Get in. Get in. It's over. Liverpool beat Arsenal by a goal to 0. 3 wins from 3. Dominic Szoboszlai with the goal that you're not going to see a better one all weekend, maybe all season. That, ladies and gentlemen, is that. Mikel Arteta's anti-football nonsense has been put to bed. Dominic Szoboszlai with the goal. Liverpool 1, Arsenal 0. A clean sheet, a glorious defensive performance, and a moment of magic from Dom to win it. Arna's boys are perfect. 3 from 3. Top of the Premier League. Title defence going strong. Chad said, player of the game, entire backline. I'm really starting to like Dom at right back. Who would have thought? Our defence was phenomenal today. Kirkes, phenomenal. Szoboszlai, phenomenal. Konate, Virgil, phenomenal. Gomez, phenomenal. That is it, boys. That was it. That was a way to win a game of football. Get the goal, see it out, defend well, give Arsenal nothing, and show them up for the cowards that they are. Because make no mistake, that team, the way it's coached by Arteta, it's cowardly football. They got what they deserved today. Nothing. Because they didn't come to win that game. They came not to lose it. And Dominic Szoboszlai's moment of absolute magic was enough. Troy Sports, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Adam said, Miloš and Ibu, massive improvements. That free kick, I am going to watch that over and over and over. That was absolutely exceptional from Dom. What a defensive performance, lads. Let's give credit where it's due. We wanted that defensive performance all season. Well, 3 games in, but we got it. That is a confidence-building defensive performance. Well played. Raekwon, the chef, said, Arteta's awful brand of football has been neutralised. Absolutely. Delighted. They deserve nothing from that game, Arsenal. Nothing. Because they, as Peter Schmeichel said, they came to do nothing. To sit there and defend. It is turgid. It is anti-football. And most importantly, it is why Arsenal won't win a league. Because Arteta plays cowardly football. Don't care who that upsets. It is a fact. He plays cowardly football. And you won't win league titles with that. You won't win league titles not having the balls to come and have a go. If you think you're the best team in Europe, Mikel, if you think you're good enough, come and play. But they don't. They sit back and they try and bore their way to a result. Delighted. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go and get ready for the match reaction. We'll see you over there in 60 seconds. But just in case you missed it, Liverpool 1, Arsenal 0. The Reds, top of the league, unbeaten, only team with a perfect record. The legend, who's an Arsenal fan, said, gutted, but congrats on the win. Poor management. Thank you. Legend as always, sir. Lewis said nothing, but thank you, Lewis. Elmir said, honestly, I'm glad I only have to watch 2 Arsenal matches a year. They are a terrible team to watch. Rumours that lead judges think Szoboszlai had a terrible game. Love you, Reds. Look, that channel talks absolute shite from one end of the season to the other. But they can take the L and go back to Arsenal and whinge about it. Because their manager is the problem. If Arsenal fans want to moan at anybody, moan at Mikel Arteta. Because he's an absolute coward of a manager when it comes to these games. And plays cowardly football. I'll see you for the match reaction. Much love. Bye-bye. 1-0. Woo!